Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome back to Gaming. We are going to be jumping back into my playthrough of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trade. So let's get into it. And for those of you watching on YouTube or watching the VODs, please do remember that your views only count for me if you come and watch me live on Twitch, so do hop on over and say hi. It's always great to meet new people. So, I don't really remember where we were, what we were doing, why we were doing it. So we are a little bit lost in that way because we've got to help out. Yeah, we got to help out the Lady Navigator. Ritual recreated an ancient warp route which brought the Rogue Trader and Lady Navigator to a world hidden in the eye of the warp storm. That was it. Yes. So we are where we're supposed to be. Spartacus Mundus. Okay, this looks horrifying. Begin scan. Burning world. Oh, hang on. What's that? There are sects in the Imperial cult whose adherents believe transgressors will be punished after death on burning planets. This world could serve as one such purgatory. Here, not explored, auger anomaly. Let's see what's over here. Actually, burning world is probably not where we're supposed to go, so let's ping it. The burning world looks different from the rest. There are little islands of blue amidst a boundless ocean of crimson and gold, places where natural gases tint the fire in a different colour. Now that you know what to look for, your augers easily locate traces of mysterious underground constructions. Okay, well, that, yeah, okay, that didn't help at all. But we found some more of the strange constructs. Right, what do we have here? Palace of Atlas, okay. Right, we shall take... we got to take Cassia, we got to re-equip Cassia pretty violently as well. Oh, this is a crone world. That's a problem. That's going to be an issue. Do I have... Oh no, hang on. Do I got... I haven't got Urilla with me. Shit. No, okay. In that case, I should... No, I should take... Why would I not take Urilla with me to Crone World? I mean, it's going to be awkward as fuck, but... right, we'll dump... I think I'll dump... Argenta. I'll take Urilla. It's not really ideal, but I'll have to do. And then we need to level up Cassia and re-equip her. Yep. Okay, so level up. What can we do? 3 ranks for... Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is going to be bad. Right, Brink of Death. Deal more damage. Every hit they score on enemies. Gain momentum, they gain 1 more. Just 1 less. Anything hit? No. 25% dodge against attacks made by allies, deal 25% less damage to allies, and 50% less additional damage with critical hits against allies. Maybe. Grenades and medkits cost 1 action point less. Well, she's not doing that. Every crit they score. Well, she's not attacking. Well, yeah, sort of. Heroic Act is used for the very first time in combat. Master Tactician's next archetype ability used will have its cost reduced to 0 AP on all subsequent uses until the end of combat. Possible. Ally uses a Heroic Act, gain 5 Fellowship. Maybe. Logistical Superiority. Whenever the Master Tactician or the Master Tactician's ally uses any consumable item, e.g. grenade, medkit, etc., or reloads a weapon, gain 2 stacks of tactical advantage. That would be good. Enemy killed, increases resolve. Using medkits, no. Stacking the deck. Spends tactical advantage on abilities. Critical damage dealt by Master Tactician increases. Whenever they heal an ally, nope. The momentum is higher than 125. First burst attack or area attack used by the myth. Oh, well, she's not doing any of them. Reload, she doesn't do that. Rest of the advantage ignores cover and dodge. That's pretty fucking powerful. Augury, enemies damage, suffer additional warp damage. Every turn gets a different bonus. Oh lord, my everything. You're still, yeah, you're struggling. It's not good. If your enemy and navigator has a line of sight, dodge and hit reduced by 7. Minus 10 penalty to the next resistance test from navigator's powers. Perilous ways. Enemies moved, well, none of them are moving. Let's do perception. Why? Deal 1 additional damage for every 5 bonus characteristics. Currently equips staff. Okay. Enemies damaged by the navigator suffer an additional 7 damage from all attacks of opportunity and can't dodge them. While under the effect of any navigator power, enemies have their armor reduced by 12. I'm not sure. +5 fellowship gains +1 fellowship and navigator. There's nothing we can do to fucking make you make psychic powers cost less action points. That'd be nice. Gain 10% bonus to dodge. Yeah. Sight. No. Alright, we'll go with undisputed advantage. Press the advantage, ignores cover and dodge, for it to be pretty handy. Then we're going to do fellowship, I think. Sure. Then next up, you have to take one of these. Okay. So let's do. Where was the enemies damaged by the navigator suffer an additional 7 damage from all attacks of opportunity that can't dodge them, sure. Then the last volley. Okay. Orchestrated fire and last volley, that's it, yeah. Right, I need to double check this. Orchestrated fire is. Oh, yeah. All allies, including the Master Tactician, that have line of sight to any enemies inside the selected zone make an immediate single attack against a random enemy within the zone they can target with these weapons. But that was it. One random ally can make 2 attacks instead of 1. What was this one? Can be used multiple times per combat, once per turn. Yeah. Allies, including the Master Tactician, have weapon-capable burst attacks. Use burst attack instead of a single attack against enemies until the beginning of the next turn. Allies automatically dodge friendly fire. That might be good. Have weapon-capable of area attacks. Use these area attacks instead. No, we'll do that. Okay, and then Exemplar. Let's have a look. Oh, fuck, you got loads of shit, haven't you? Oh no! That might be good. After an ally takes an extra turn provided by the character, they gain armor, dodge, and movement points. Maybe. Gain 15 willpower as long as they have no ranged weapons equipped. Staves don't count as ranged weapons. Okay, so we pull her ranged weapon off of her and do that. Applies effects. Random enemies also get that. Melee attack, no. Deadly aim, no. Death dealer, kills first enemy around, making additional attack, nah. Damage to an enemy, degraded defense, maybe. Melee attack, nope. Pushed, no. 2 additional action points, that would be helpful. That'd be very helpful. Maybe allies take extra turns given by the character, they do extra damage. That might be better. Damage character deals, no. Extra turn given by the character's abilities, grant movement points, gain more movement points or more action points. Ooh, okay. What do you... Hides within 2 cells, nope. Flash wound, start the character's turn, rest, heal. Oh yeah, I think the next thing they can do, oh no, flash your sinuses, but that's not fun. Priority target, deal less damage, no. Previous wounds, no. Invincibility, deflection if they have a shield, no. No at all, maybe. Lethal threats. Hit the target with a melee attack, no. Malign influence. Enemy fails a willpower resistance test against the character, they suffer 10 direct damage. Ooh, on a success, the damage is doubled. That might be good. Alright, malign influence. Okay. Single shot, no. No. Out of my way, no. Strength, no. It's double when they have 25% wounds or less. No. Shield block, psychic shit, you already got. No. No. Next melee attack, no. Shot through. No. No. Strong hand, that's a shield thing. Dodge reduction, critical chance, no. Gain 12 wounds, increased by toughness, no. Tricky defense, light armor, dodges increased by whatever. Maybe. Bonus to resistance test equal to +0, 5 times to okay, that's the whole. Units at all effects are reduce movement points, they gain a movement point, or score a critical hit, they have a chance to increase. Yeah, okay, so we'll do 5 round. Then. No, there's more shit. Armor of Contempt. It's affected by officer's ability that grants temporary wounds. That allies armor. Okay, I don't think I've got anything that grants temporary wounds. Gain a bonus to weapon skill, 5 damage, attacks of opportunity. Heroic Act, temporary wounds. Okay. That'd be good. Voice command will bring it down, costs 1 less ability. Or 1 less action point. Use an ability, gain a bonus option to ballistic skill of 4. Yeah. Lost at the end of the target's turn. Okay. Heroic Act to use. Next costs. No actions. Lost his abilities, gain a bonus to a resistance test equal to 14. Okay. Bonus granted by voice command. Maybe. 2 officer abilities that don't grant, no. So makes it attack, no. Using abilities to grant movement points, they also gain half the movement points. Officer's ability grants action points to the ally, gain +1 to all characteristics. Target for resolve, physical encouragement, gain movement points, easy initiative. Officer and allies with the voice command effect deal additional 15% damage to enemies that haven't acted yet. Nope, never mind, still resolve. Undaunted. Send willpower and fellowship when they have less than half of their wounds. So half the wounds, a stack, yeah, or more psychic shit. We'll go with this. Then next up, gee, you are our law warp monkey. I think. Yeah. Then, fuck. Okay. Different abilities, different abilities. Read all the abilities. Read all of them twice. Charge against attack made by abilities. No. 12% damage. No. Okay. Okay, right, we're back to this shit then, are we? Oh, great. Resolve, no, stack the deck. Involvement. Steal. Okay, momentum, gain one more, lose more. No, okay, what's it? Logistical superiority. Yeah, that looks interesting. Yeah. Then... let's get your willpower going up. Then, what do we have available here? Okay, this is the basic shit. We don't actually want any of this. Swift movements, 2 movement points. Could be handy. Sure. Then, okay. Air of Authority. Allies resolved by 4 until the end of combat. Target under the voice of command. I'll start the next turn with an additional action point. Break their ranks. Any target allies who have enemies adjacent to them. Until the start of the officer's next turn, all melee attacks made by the target deal additional melee damage equal to 2 multiplied by the number of enemies adjacent to target when this ability is used. Under voice of command, they immediately make an attack opportunity against an adjacent enemy, targeting the one with the lowest remaining wounds. Ooh. Tempting. Although, get back in the fight. Recovers from burning, bleeding, toxin, and stunned effects. Targets under voice of command, they also get temporary wounds, so it'd be useful to have a second instance of that. Excuse me, what? Whoops. Shit. Excuse me a second. Then again, take aim.
It just works.
It does indeed just work. Take aim and get back in the fight are things that my character already has. Scourge of the Red Tide. Creature in it enters it, begins to turn it, suffers damage. Okay. Decreases veil degradation. Okay. This needs a square. They're close to the square. Immediately moves 4 cells toward it. Nah. 26 to the willpower and toughness till the end of combat. Huh. Show the path. Ability can only target allies that have one melee weapon. Immediately gains an extra turn, during which they can only use a single ability, mimicking the effect of the warrior's charge, which costs 0 HP. Okay. Waking Nightmare! 26 penalty to willpower and toughness till the end of combat. Warp Curse Unleashed. Enemy becomes cursed, warp damage is increased, and other damage is increased. Start of the turn, the enemy closest to them also becomes cursed, or Zone of Fear. Run away. Yeah, I'm tempted to do this. Yeah, we'll do that. Then stack the Law Warp, I think. Hey, Twisted Freak, how's it going? Good to see you. Moon Eyes, please can you shout out Twisted Freak for me? Thank you. Right, so So, now we need to find what were the abilities here that I was looking at 3 fucking things ago that I've already forgotten. Is it eager subordinates? When allies take extra actions on extra turns given by the character, they deal 15% more damage. There we go. Or have an extra 2 action points for the first turn. Going. Well, that's something. I'm managing. I'm doing alright. I'm doing okay, thanks. Yeah. Just switched over to this game, just leveling up and re-equipping a character, because she's mandatory to take on her own mission, who'd have thought? Gain momentum, no. Using medkits, you've already got that. Spotting advance. Reload, suppressive fire, no. Spotting advance. The problem is she doesn't make attacks with weapons. Let's do this. So it gives us more action efficiency. Right, now we need to equip you. Now we need to take the pistol off you, because you need to only have... well, you need to not have ranged weapons, which means you'll do damage. Give hugs if needed, appreciated, thank you. Hugs back to you too. So, do we have any better stuffs we can give you? Staff of the Righteous Pyre, no. Faith, Sword ignores deflection. Is there any other swords that grant better parry? One-handed melee weapon light. Another wielder kills an enemy with this weapon. Veil degradation is reduced by -0, 2 times psi rating. Well, what's this? No, because what's your fucking psi rating? You'll never kill an enemy with that. Not at this level. No, it's way too late in the game for that. Force weapon. Critical hit reduces veil degradation, increases willpower, deals extra psi damage. Well, that's better. Deals additional psi rating of damage. Okay. That, I think, will probably work. For that, I think we got some better armor as well, haven't we? Let's have a look. 40%. No, there was a Psyker's armor or something somewhere. Where was it? Psyker's breastplate. It's heavy armor, you can't wear it. Fuck. Okay, never mind. Percent dodge against enemies perception lower than that of the wearer. Okay. In that case, what you've already got is probably going to be better than I can give to you here. Okay, any other gubbins we can give you? Nope. Ability, the wearer gains 2 movement points. Gain 2 movement points. No. Didn't spend MP, double cover efficiency, no. Wearer always has the highest initiative in combat, well that'll probably break stuff. Thank you, second paracetamol on that, and you can actually function again. Yay! Yeah, Moon Eyes, can you shout out Twisted Freak for me, please? Where's direct damage? Yeah, I don't think that does anything. Can only use once per combat. Side focus. Gain momentum, also gain temporary wounds. The wearer deals an additional plus psi rating warp damage with their melee attacks. Whenever the wearer suffers a critical hit, their dodge and armor. What? Dodge and armor is reduced by 30% until the end of combat. That's awful. No. Move. Immune to slowed. Burning pistol, don't really care. Plus Law Xenos and Warp. Badge of Office. Automatically pass any coercion tests. Laughing God's Pendant. Dance Picard, no. Or Surge Bridge. The first non-extra turn in combat, the wearer gains a number of additional attacks equal to their psi rating. That's a bit mad. That could be really good. Or really fucking dangerous. Now she doesn't have a ranged weapon. That could be not great. Could be good though. Melee weapons equipped in both hands. Slash ability. Makes an additional melee attack with a secondary weapon. Second use for Psychic Staff's unique psychic power deals 14 additional damage. Your staff doesn't actually have a power though, does it? Oh, refusing. No, that's a bonus to us, not them. Not to anyone that we're going to damage. So bonus to parry reduction. Okay, how do you not have a fucking 15% armor against warp damage? No. Damage against no. Start of the combat where it gains movement points equal to the resolve, can't be slowed, no. 9 energy damage to everything nearby, no. Melee attack after range attack, no, that's melter weapons, camera cloak, full color, dodge, no. Lidless stare ability no longer deals damage to affected allies, instead those allies gain 5 temporary wounds. Yes. Yeah, so energy damage only occur 3 times a battle. Just whenever the wearer uses a major psychic power, they gain 24% all psychic power damage until the end of their next turn. Don't know. Dodge reduction for attacks with melee weapons. Power reduction. Got any like good gloves for you? Not sure we do. Commander's gloves. Tactical advantage equals the number of enemies they hit during their turn. I mean, maybe. Critical hit for the first time in combat? No. Kills 2 or more enemies. A single attack, it doesn't spend all their MP. Strength, Plasma, Pyromaniac. Yeah, we're kind of missing good stuff for you. What do we reckon? What do we reckon? No. Where's the boots? Performance area attack? No. Well. No. Resistant against attacks of opportunity. Right, where were those? No, I lost them. There was something that we just found that was going to be good. Deals damage, target's weapon skill, ballistic skills reduced by 5 for 2 rounds, stacks up to 6 times. No. Tactical advantage equal to the number of targets they hit. That'll have to do. Alright. Grenades, you've already got many. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, that's that then. Okay, first of all...
You are authorized.
Oh, we have to do that in combat. Okay. What we will do now is we'll save, so I don't have to do that again. Then, we're going to figure out what the hell we're supposed to do here. Because this is supposed to be Cassia's fucking... personal mission, and it's on a crone world. Come on.
Rush not dawdle.
You replaced your body with iron, but greed cannot be cured with cold metal. Stop looking at my gear with such avarice, monkey.
I have no intention of taking it, only of studying the unnatural perversions to which you have subjected the gift of technology.
Hang on. Okay, what do we got here? Someone remove the data crypt from this dead machine to keep the house's secrets safe and leave no information about the experiments that took place here. Kane's Revenge. Another where it dodges an attack. Can immediately counterattack. You can counterattack with a ranged weapon in melee range. Is that any attack? Counterattack deals 7% of the weapon's damage. Can't be more than 100%. What? Okay. It's running off of something that I'm not sure what it is. Deals 19%. Is that even worth having? No, I think I'm just going to chuck that. Yeah, it's just a chainsword. Yep, cool. Never mind.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Xenos 100.
A trivial task.
The ruined statues once depicted pages from the long history of the Eldar. Yep, I gather that, thank you. Okay, somehow we've completely done not what I was expecting. Because I thought this was forwards. This is not forwards. This is backwards. So we're going to go this way. Turns out, Bill the idiot was facing the wrong fucking way.
Keep your wits about you.
Alright. Goods. What have we got? Decayed pages. House Orsellios need not know what is taking place here. The navigators are frightened enough by its power as it is. The last experiment left 3 from the Sethala clan without a shred of reason. Empty shells will bring no glory to House Orsellios or its lesser branch. We shall carry on. At last, we've managed to implant the artifact in subjects who can wield its power. Perhaps all the navigators who perished in the agonizing torrent of energy were merely a symptom of our decline. I am tired of counting the dead. The weak have no place among those who have harnessed the Atlas. Though their abilities have grown manifold and become significantly easier to control and more effective at resisting the ruinous influence of the warp. It's all or nothing. Today is the day when my work is completed and the Stairway Atlas takes its final form. The Sethalas have already undergone the operation. All that's left is me, the Atlas that controls them all. Today I become the greatest novator in the history of House Orsellios, or I turn to nothing. His power is beyond compare. All it took was a whim to make the wretched Sthathalas fall dead at my feet. It is as if I have a second heart beating in my chest, subjugating any with the ability to touch it. How regrettable it is that this power only extends to those Orsellios navigators who have accepted a piece of the Atlas within themselves. From now on, all children will be gifted with one at their initiation, and there will be none who can match our greatness. Oh no. Actually, I might need that. That's concerning. The heart of the Navigator's camp. This is where Tisiphone Orsellios performed her experiments hundreds of years ago. Okay. So, this is just that they could do this boggles the mind. Movie about a guy and family live in Tanzania on a nature preserve to study lion behaviour. No, it's a real movie, not a documentary. A minimum of 7 injured crew because, yes, lion for real. Shocking. Who knew messing with animals in the wild was bad for your health? There's a barely noticeable imprint of a long clawed hand on the broken cogitator screen. Okay. Right, is that a way to go? Or is that... I'm concerned about that. What have we got here? The Eldar Sanctum is blemished by human presence. In their pursuit of ancient secrets, the navigators had no qualms about filling the ruins with machinery and supplies. Okay.
Both strong and wise is Ulfar. The machine god grants me insight.
Stuff. Elite marksman gloves. Where gains plus 15 ballistic skill. Grand pack. Targeting culture. Oh, that's okay. Oh, it's Dark Eldar equipment. Never mind. Chuck it. Cool. The Orsellios navigators left no stone unturned in this Eldar temple. It is as if they were looking for something that they just could not find. Okay. Up here we go.
Was that supposed to be a challenge?
Back up here we go. Right.
Rise to the top or get left in the
It's
dust.
supposed to be going. We've already gone that way. We've already gone that way. Have we? Yeah, we have. Yeah, so this way. Okay, let's check formation because that doesn't seem right. Nope, that is. That's right. That's good enough. Yeah. Animals are actually just playing. They're not attacking, they're not retaliating, they're playing back with the person, except playing with a house cat and playing with 140 kilos of pure muscle arm with 18 claws that are an inch and a half long, yield different results. Yeah, funny that. Hold Cursor Charge, we had to ally ourselves with the Xenos once more to stop you. Oh, for fuck's sake. You've got to be kidding me. No matter, it is a small price to pay for the liberation of House Orsellios from the chains of tyranny. This is why I didn't give her back to you morons. Okay, that had some interesting animations. Begone, renegades! We followed the Atlas's call in your wake, child. Stand with us. House Orsellios will not trade Tisiphone's legacy for the false ideals of blind fools. What is happening? Ah! Oh no. Cassia? Cassia, you good? Oh no. Orsellios Renegades represented. Damn Xenos! This was not the bargain we struck. Throne smite you. A navigator whose skin is so thin that it reveals the muscles, bones, and innards underneath clenches his augmented gold jaw in contempt. Great Regent's Envoy. What is this? The rogue trader and the traitors to the house have lured the child into a trap set by Xenos? I wish my eyes were deceiving me, but now I can see clearly that Great Regent Aronto was right to send us after your vessel. The sturdily built woman is armed with a pistol, and yet there are signs of exhaustion in her posture. Her face is hidden behind a gem-encrusted, three-eyed mask, and her elaborate Navis Nebulite vestments are stained with dried blood and other evidence of recent combat. I do wish to be enlightened about what is happening here. An ambush. How ignoble, yet so typical of Xenos. How did you get here? How did you get here before us? None but Cassia knew the way. Rogue traders are not the only ones who know how to find allies. The renegade scoffs and looks at the Eldar standing beside him. Saying that, we should have rid ourselves of this alliance the moment we cross the webway gate. You can trust no one, least of all vile Xenos. You will stop defiling the remnants of the hallowed ground of our ancestors with your semblance of speech, monkey. Harlequin's bright clothes glimmer faintly in the dim light of the system's star, and the sinister grin on the mask only adds to his menacing and aloof presence. The final act will soon unfold, where you will pay for the deeds of your ancestors. Stay put and wait for the puppeteer to pull at your strings. You dare threaten me, Xenos? Cassia's ice-cold voice is completely unrecognizable. Cruel, ruthless, resentful. Why are there Xenos ruins where the Palace of Atlas should be? Why is this place coated in an impenetrable black mist? Answer me! The Harlequin flinches reflexively, but then his body instantly eases back. Three-eyed monkey who sees into Shael, the taint of your ancestors has begun to consume your body and soul. Pathetic fools with an insatiable lust for power that is not yours. Ending your misery will be merciful. Taint? Do you mean the Atlas, Xenos traitor? Silence, traitor. The Atlas is a sacred relic of House Orsellios. It is what elevates us above the rest. How dare you! The Regent's Envoy abruptly loses her breath with a groan, and she clutches her chest, where the Atlas is implanted. I refuse to accept this. Impossible. What is happening? Right, what is this place? We call planets such as this one Crone Worlds. They came to be long before my time, back when all of the Eldar were a united people whose empire stretched from one edge of the galaxy to the other. It is the world beneath the first stars, an unblighted world. I never thought I would come to find one. I have nothing to add to the outcast's words, other than my eternal astonishment at your curious troop, monkey. What is the taint you speak of, Xenos? Do you not see it? Harlequin's voice booms throughout the ruined temple. When you, monkey, discovered this Crone world, you tainted it with your crude technology, despoiled it with of its relics, ruined all there was to the last stone. But worst of all, you sullied the souls of our ancestors reposed in their sacred vessel, the spirit monolith. He points a thin finger at the remarkable crystal floating behind his back, and the Harlequins around you tighten their grips on their weapons. Like a sea of bottomless blue. Cassius looks around her with a stunned expression, her gaze shifting from one Xenos to another. I did not know that living things could exude such saturated hues. I wish I could paint this ocean a different colour. Okay, examine the hovering crystal. This enormous translucent stone shard stone shares a strange resonance with this place. You can sense the energy emanating from it, mysterious, restless, coagulated. It resembles a giant heart that has been plucked out of its owner's chest. Its crystal clarity is pierced by hundreds of dark veins that have taken root within, like a terrible illness. Okay. Right. How did the navigators of House Orsellios taint the spirit monolith? The experiments, Cassia covers her mouth in horror. This is where she conducted her experiments. Tisiphone. No, it's not possible. To consort with Xenos is to violate the word of the God Emperor. It is known to all that Tisiphone Orsellios executed anyone who showed any interest in the enemies of humanity. Is that so? Then why is it that every piece of metal or fabric in this place bears our house's coat of arms? Open your eyes! Quiet. Harlequin's tone is mild, but is not a request. I am unsurprised that the truth is hidden from your gazes, three-eyed monkey who see into the Shael. I realized it the moment I met the first of you, wretched, begging us to help you destroy your own kin. I sensed it within you, our ancestors' call, their pleas, their endless torment. I knew that what you found was a crone world, and I humbly waited for the day you would lead me to it. Sorry, just need to check something. Yeah, continue. What is the meaning behind your words, Althea, Troopmaster? You know the answer already, Outcast. You have always known. What's that about? The answer you've always known. What experiments did Dissevery conduct here? What does all this mean? Get to the point before I put a hole in your hideous mask. Right. What's that about? What answer have you always known? Yurik glowers at Cassia. So that is why your presence makes my soul shrink to the size of a river pearl, and my throat choke in the collar of thorns. That is why your words seep into my soul like a poison, leaving wounds that will not heal. There is a shard of the spirit monolith inside you, monkey, twisted, perverted, invigorating you by making my ancestors suffer. Oh shit. Yep, okay. Alas, you are right, Outcast. The ancestors of the three-eyed monkey sought to command the power of the spirit monolith, and yet they suffered failure time and again. Eventually they discovered a way to harness this power, a terrible way, torturous and unforgivable. They shattered the monolith into so many shards and weakened the souls within. And then, the Harlequin trembles with fury, then they placed the shards of the spirit monolith inside their own bodies to empower their abilities. Is it not true that everyone in this world is after power? Cassia's face is exceedingly untroubled, and her gaze is distant and cold. The rogue trader makes every effort to strengthen the von Valancius dynasty and trample the opposition. Then why wouldn't House Orsellios make use of a Xeno artifact for the sake of its blood and the Imperium itself? Oh dear. This is bad. Oh dear. There's no shame in using Xenos powers for the good of the Imperium. How dare you lump us together? I would never stoop to something like this. This is appalling. House Orsellios deeds gonna... this is bad. This is definitely grimdark. Uh-oh. Well... fuck. Well, that means that the rebels... the Orsellios rebels are the good guys. It also means Cassia is... fuck. Okay, right, watch in silence. The renegade navigator stares at Cassia in shock. You are more than just a tyrant's heir. You are a successor to a mad heretic, a betrayer of the faith. You must be destroyed. You and the Atlas, once and for all. You think the solution is so easy, don't you, monkey? When you die, your souls become captive inside the spirit monolith. This process is deranging to our ancestors, who have served as the monolith's guardians for eons. It is equally agonizing to the souls of your dead, and the more monkey souls that the monolith absorbs, the more volatile it becomes. The Eldar and the monkey have spent many a dance battling for supremacy within the monolith, and its integrity is waning. You sense it too. The only way to free our ancestors from the pain is to separate the monkey taint from the spirit monolith. My troop is here to perform just that. We will all play our parts today, and when the final act of this age-long tragedy begins, the monkey players will exit this world's stage. Sinister shadows dance on the Harlequin's mask as he draws an unknown device from his sleeve. Right. The Atlas must certainly be destroyed, but surely the entire house cannot be expected to serve penance for Tiffany's crimes. Is there no way whatsoever to separate the Navigator's souls from the other Eldar without killing one or the other? What do you say to this Xenos' assertions? House Orsellios can never hope to redeem themselves for the God Emperor over justice. So no way whatsoever to separate the Navigator's souls from those of the Eldar without killing one or the other. Xenos thinks for a moment. I do not believe there is. The three-eyed monkey have desecrated this place, and I will not put the spirit monolith at risk just to help them avoid the consequences of a lamentable performance. Right. Cassia, what do you say of this Xenos' assertions? Cassia freezes hesitantly, only for her frightened gaze to harden. I shan't explain myself to Xenos. Do you wish to know what I think? The Atlas must be saved, and we must continue using it for the good of humanity, and not that of ghastly creatures such as these. Now then, whose side are you on, rogue trader? Oh, shit. I just asked that. Why is that not dark? Oh dear. Fuck. Oh no. Atlas must certainly be destroyed, but surely the entire house cannot be expected to serve penance for Tisiphone's crimes. Can I ask this again? No, same answer, that's fine. Shit. Atlas must certainly be destroyed, but surely the entire house cannot be expected to serve penance for Tisiphone's crimes. What? Perish the thought! The Starway Atlas is the foundation of House Orsellios' power. Whence do you suppose we draw the strength to fare the Sea of Souls? Is it not the greatest library of the Navis Nobilite knowledge across the Coronis Expanse and the Calixis sector? Should the Atlas be destroyed, House Orsellios will face oblivion. Nonsense. Tisiphone created the Atlas only a few centuries ago, whereas the history of House Orsellios dates back to the last millennium. We have always been a house to be reckoned with, but when Tisiphone arrived in the Expanse, she set her sights on acquiring power that could let her family branch dominate the rest. And where has that left us? Our bodies are corrupted with xenoheresy. God Emperor, forgive your children for committing a trespass so heinous. Fuck's sake. I won't let the Xenos have the Atlas. This is bad. But it's already been... It's already been done. And I'm sleeping with Cassia. And I just re-equipped her, so she's super fucking dangerous now. I won't let the Xenos have the Atlas. Then it is time for the closing scene, monkey. Dance like never before. Harlequin bows theatrically as he presses and holds a button on the strange device in his hands. Cassia clutches her breastplate and stifles a cry of pain. How can you control my Atlas, Xenos? Uh-oh. Decided not to make use of the charm that could inhibit Cassia's... When did I get the option to... Oh no. When did I get the option to do that? Shit. Yours, K-Morag. The star of our play is even more brazen than I thought. Harlequin chuckles and draws his weapon. Begin your last dance, three-eyed one.
Xenos scum. You don't belong in this galaxy.
This is bad.
This was your last line in the play.
Okay, this is not good. Is Cassia actually standing? Yes. Okay. What's our initiative order? Eurydice going... Where are the fucking... Flickering Dancer. Got a lot of health and 100% dodge. Great. 30% dodge and always dodge the first attack per round. Fucking hell. While the Troop Master is alive. Fickle Hollow Field grants 50% dodge against all ranged attacks for a distance of 2 cells or further. Wielder deals damage. Hollow Field fades until the end of the round. Guaranteed dodge. Creature will inevitably dodge the next attack. Great. Useful. Lovely. Okay, so... We've got... the most annoying capabilities in existence. Lovely. So, okay, we're just going to murder you then. Okay, that works. I guess that kind of works. It doesn't really work, but sure. Set myself up there. Eurylit. set you up there. Even though that's kind of a close combat threat. Yeah, this could be bad. Yeah, this could be very bad. Abelard. You're gonna kind of need to run interference. It's gonna be a problem. This interference is gonna be a headache when the enemies are getting guaranteed dodges. How's the whole attack? Wonder if it counts the whole attack from a burst, or if it's just one hit from a burst or something. I don't know. So as we'll find out. Right, start the battle. Nice and easy. Front line is there.
I'll see to it
He
personally.
needs to fucking die. Is he going... Oh, he's going immediately after. Oh, no, actually no, he's going quite late. That is pretty beneficial. In which case we'll do kill zone. Then we're going to do... Backline.
Who if not me?
Backline there. Then we'll do rear. Here. Then we are going to do... Who are we going to activate? Who are we going to activate? What I might do is activate Abelard and have him start smashing the crap out of them. What are your stats? Whoa. Okay. 95 and 40. That's not great. Okay, we're gonna have to activate Urelid to try and bring those stats down first. Yeah, okay. What's the command? Does this take an action point? No, it doesn't. Okay. Take. That's not gonna work. We can try. Take aim. Bring it down.
I'll make it happen.
Right. Annoyingly. No, I'm not sure we're going to be able to do anything now, are we? No. Okay, analyze.
This helium is beneath me.
Expose.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. I understand your intent.
Hemorrhage
This
shot.
is hidden from my sight.
Cool. That will have to do. Then we can have Abelard activate and go fucking crazy. Daring Breach. Let's just make sure we can fucking get there.
No matter the cost.
Right. Can you actually charge him? Yes, you can. Is it worth charging him? Then we're gonna do. We need to follow mode.
Indeed.
Sworn enemy.
It will be done.
Then. Man. I may just have you walk up to there and start hitting him instead of charging. That hasn't used any action points. Blade. Spend all your movement points to move to any summoning range. In the movement, where automatically performs a single melee area attack with a primary. Okay. Sorry, it's been a while since I played, so this is interesting. Right, what we might do is this, if we can get there. Yeah, okay, we'll do that.
Oh, an exemplary strike!
Nice. Sword and board, slap them repeatedly. Now we're gonna do. Where's your stim? Stim! And 4 movement points and 4 action points. That's fine. Right. Stab! Stab!
At your beck and chest. Grey hair, sure hair.
Nice.
Victory
Stab!
is imminent. Target well struck.
Just keep slapping him with a shield.
What's
Stab!
your target?
Nice. Okay. Right. That has somewhat reduced the fucking invulnerability. Okay, so they're no longer gonna ignore every hit. Okay, cool. So now, I can move you to here. I can have you stab that guy. Yes. What's this ability? Mobility zone, instructions, and combat tactics area. Oh, okay. Allows you to move one cell without attacking. Okay, that doesn't
A
help.
tactically sound approach.
Stab!
Scars adorn our bodies.
Yep, there's gonna be even more.
Indeed.
Nice.
Deepens the art.
Okay. So, that went well. We're gonna end the turn. Then I've got movement. Do I require movement? I may move to... Nowhere is safe. Yeah, I've got a sword out, that's good. I can conduct an attack. Chuck a grenade, set fire to these guys, and the area nearby. That could be good. Set fire to these guys in the area nearby. Wait, what was that? Storm player. Oh, that's that. Okay. Fuck it, be on fire. Chuck! Burn! That's not going to help all that much, but whatever. Okay. Then... Oh, we can't do that, can we? See if anyone turns up here, I guess. Maybe.
I'll see to it personally.
And then in my turn. Gorilla, your turn. Well, the primary target's down, which is good. Now what do we do? Well, now we can just try and waste this guy, probably. Or you can try and waste someone else, which might be a good idea. Dancers. Okay, what's the difference between a dancer and a storm player? Don't know, don't care. Shoot them. Fuck. 40 and 83, okay. So I'm gonna do allies and expose,
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
which reduces that to 13 of 56, which is significantly better. And then gonna do the hemorrhaging shot. Then we shall do poise to strike. This guy.
If I must.
You must. Then we're going to Minus getting exploits removed. Armor until the end of combat. Then we shall. Coverage is lock. Oh, can I get a? Where's the fucking vulnerability thing? Oh, it's there. Twerk.
I am not your
Opening.
xenos pet, monkey. If
Shoot.
it serves your cause.
You fucking missed a 95% chance. What XCOM bullshit is this?
This tedium is beneath me.
You tit. Okay, right, Cassia's turn. Cool. Unfucking-leavable. Put all that effort into it, and then you just like, yep, fucking, never mind. Right. Who do we want to murderize with this? All of you, I think. Get anyone else? Well, we can get all of them, so I suppose I shouldn't really complain.
I am a navigator.
Melt! That didn't do much. Okay, that's worth keeping in mind. Cool. So... Can make Abelard activate and smack him for one action, which could be funny. What do we do? Assign objective, not really worth doing. Grant 30 momentum, remove those abilities, grant 12 temporary runes, and shit to the wearer. Okay. Interesting. How much tactical advantage she got? 34. Excuse-moi. I can't reactivate Abelard this time, can I? No. But... where's Abelard? Abelard is going to be going next. I might
Isn't this a job
do-
for the serfs?
That was the wrong button. I was meant to do that for Abelard. Shit. Alright, well... fuck it. Fuck the veil. Go crazy.
If I may.
Melt. That's doing very little damage. I'm kind of disappointed by that. Right, okay, now we're gonna do... yeah, I dumped. I pressed the wrong button. That was my own stupid fucking fault. Alright, we'll do break their ranks on Abelard.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Free stab. Abelard, you want to take that attack? That didn't do anything. Why didn't that do anything? Because he wasn't under voice of command. Bill, you're an idiot.
I am
Let's
a
see if that triggers
navigator, not a servitor.
No, it is not. Well, I've completely fucked up Cassia's turn. That was a disaster. Shit.
The performance goes on
Grey hair, sure hair.
with sublime purpose. Suffering deepens the art.
You sure you're not the fucking Dark Eldar? You are sounding a lot like Dark Eldar. Hey, okay, that was a mess. Right. We need to get all of my lid back up. Then we need then we can charge.
It will be done.
Just a jest.
then stab and slap, then you can
I will
stab
do my
again,
duty.
Scars adorn our bodies.
then you can blade wings to there, and stab that guy again.
Merely an interlude.
Yep. Yep, you're doing well enough.
Suffering demons.
Good job setting yourself on fire. Nice. Okay. Okay, they're just running into the fire, sure. Nope.
My ears are ringing.
Meet the Rilitans.
Right, okay. Cool. That's interesting. Okay, use psychos or anything? No, okay. Don't need to worry about that then. Sure. In that case, I might do. So I might have you move to there. Is that gonna work? Could potentially there was an explosion over here. Get all of them. What options have we got? What new abilities have we got? Oh yeah, I need to get you to solve the simulacrum. Fuck. Okay. Paradox solved. That is heroic acts regardless of momentum without spending momentum. Yeah. Right, what we'll do is I'm going to put you there.
Activating calculated fury algorithm.
Then I'm going to get you to try and solve the simulacrum.
Running binaric override.
Did that work? No. How do I get fucking info on what we're rolling? Options. Oh no. Turn-based mode. Did I change anything? Oh, that's just that. Difficulty. Accessibility? No. Alright. There's supposed to be a way that you can show what everyone's rolling, and it'd be useful if I could see that, because he's got a fucking... Ah, there we go, log. Logic test failed. Hey, we got a raid! Welcome, Prince Primeval and Raiders! Welcome to Gaming. My name is Bill. I'm the angry autistic asshole. I'm a variety streamer. I play mostly sci-fi stuff. Battletech, MechWarrior, Warhammer 40k, first and third person stuff, real-time strategy, turn-based tactical, a little bit of lots of things. So hopefully you find something you like. Thank you very much for the raid. How are you doing? How was your stream? What were you streaming? Moon Eyes, if you're still around, please can you shout out Prince Primeval? Welcome in, Ghosty Boyknex. Welcome in, good to see you all. How are you doing? How was the stream, Prince Primeval? Doing great. Finished playing through Tomb Raider remake. Cool. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to mark you as pro. I don't know how this works. Maybe figure it out. Then we'll do... then we might just trigger this. So that on Who did we just pray? What's this guy? I'm a little bit scrambled because I wasn't expecting a raid at that moment. I wasn't expecting a raid at all. That's very nice of you to have raided me. I appreciate it. But now I'm all scrambled brained. Who did I mark up as prey? Did I not mark someone as prey? I guess I didn't. Good, cool. Well done, Bill. No, you did. Yep, I did. I'm done. Cool. Then we're gonna do this. Why didn't you fire? There we go. Thank you. Then we're gonna do basic shot. Wow. First game completed in 2026. Nice. How's Rogue Trader going? Rogue Trader is going pretty well. Spoke so fast, you sound like someone auctioning stuff off. Yeah. 100, 200, 300. I don't know how much this is actually worth. This is all bullshit. Money is a social construct. Rogue Trader's going alright. We've discovered horrible things about our navigator and their history, capabilities, existence. So yeah, we're living with that now. We're living with the knowledge that the Orsellios are tainted by xenotech, but I'm sleeping with one of them, which means I'm going to try and save them. So, what do we reckon? We can't get another attack out. Can we? What can we do? I don't think we can really do anything now. Let trap. Just do that. Because we didn't manage to kill him. Ulfar! Right, how do we burst fire these guys? All three of these guys. There we go. That's not going to work, is it? Okay. In that case, we're going to rapid fire to get more shots. Looks like XCOM. It pretty much is, but in 40k with 100% more grimdark. Let me sort your shit out. Yeah, it's very 40k-esque, it being, you know, turn-based tactical style game. What if we changed angle? What if I went here? What if I went here? Damn it. No, it's not a better angle. What if I went here? No. What if I went here? That gets me a little bit better, but that also means I'm going to shoot me, personally. There. That's... yeah, that will work. Okay, go for it.
Our foes reek of cowardice.
Dack, dack, dack.
And is thunder.
Okay.
My strike is ruin.
Nice. Okay, so then... oh, your other weapon's that. Okay. Then we're going to throw a frag grenade at them, I think. No, we're only going to be able to affect two of them. That kind of sucks. Excuse me. I can throw a grenade over here, but that's going to hit your rit. Who you don't want to hit. Is there any point? Well, it's another fucking thingamajig, isn't it? Oh, I need to do confident approach. Whoops. I need to do... now we need to decide if we're going to swap to our other weapons and do the weird charge thing. Okay, can charge you. I don't want to set myself on fire though, which I'm concerned that I will do. What can we do? Sure, go for it. Suppose we'll find out. Yep, he's on fire. Good job, idiot. Nice. Nice! Fucking murdered them and then just fucking kicked the next one. Gorgeous. Right. Okay. Then, in that case, I could just chuck a grenade at you, because it'd be funny.
So it shall be.
Here, hold this. Then we... wildfire. Fuck. Okay. No wildfire anyway. And then put down some more Daka. Killed another one. Good. Right. Then I'm going to walk you back out of being on fire. Because being in the fire, not so helpful. Yeah, let's just get you out of there.
I hunger for battle.
Actually, not being in the fire may not help, but it's worth a try. Go with that. And then let's go. Let's call you done.
We are the enigma, the riddle.
Bonk! Slap! Hey, get back here, coward.
I dance upon the winds of war.
Okay, you dance into the fire. Dance into the fire! Right, okay. What fresh hell are we in now? It's called turn 2. Shit! Right, what do we want to do here? This is a bit of a mess. It's always a bit of a mess. This is a bit more of a mess. I've made a lot of a mess. Could move the front line to here and start fucking up these two.
It's as good as done.
Then we do kill zone
I'll
stratagem,
make it happen.
which means all enemies are forced to reroll successful dodge and parries. Also, we are going to stronghold stratagem it, so our team inside are safer. Then what we're going to do is, who are we going to reactivate? Well, we're going to have to reactivate. Can reactivate Abelard, but he can't get. He does have voice of command on him. Until Cassia's turn. Okay. So what I could do... then Abelard would only be able to charge that guy. Is that worth doing? Yes, probably.
Who if not me?
Abelard. Abelard, Abel charge.
Victory is imminent.
Chop!
Just a jest.
Then you've still got some movement points, so I'm actually going to move you into
I've seen worse
here.
battles than this in my time.
Wait, what? Oh, apparently I can still shield bash.
Indeed.
Slap!
An exemplary strike.
Slappy shield! Yes! Right, end your turn. Then I've still got action points somehow. Okay. Okay, so we're going to swap to the rifle, and I'm just going to try and hit someone, I guess. Small chance we'll be able to kill them, so let's give it a go.
I'll make it happen.
Dang.
Never stood
Yep.
a chance.
Wasted them. Nice. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I might tell Ulfar to stop fucking being on fire. Stop being on fire, you fucking giant idiot. You burn your beard off. Okay, what next? Who do we? So, taking a hold. Ally inside the area against an extra turn with 1 AP and 2 MP at the start of the ground stretches next turn. Area enemies killed in selected combat attack areas. AP is increased by 1. Yes. This ability is shit. Should just reactivate people. Might just find us out Abelard and have him go crazy again. Actually, how's that gonna work? That may not work because he's recovering from the effects of Weirdo Stim, isn't he? Yes. So, what if we activate Pascal?
You should feel honored to witness this.
Right. So, analyze enemies.
Binary override.
Expose weakness.
Quest approved.
Then hunt down the prey.
The Omnissiah knows all. Comprehends all.
Call the bold.
Approved.
Plasma shot.
The Omnissiah
Whap.
condemns you.
Pretty rando shot, but you missed. Good job. What I do is mark you as prey. Then we'll do just 51%. That's not ideal. Anything we can do to make that better? No. 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 Perfect spot. Sure. I think we just throw shit at you. That works. Somehow we hit. Just gonna keep firing plasma. So much plasma. Unlimited number of attacks in an activation turn. I forgot. It's hilarious. Can you see anyone else from where you are? Apparently you can. Okay, maybe not unlimited, but many shots. Wham!
Value.
Smiles upon me.
My competencies are not that universal.
Okay.
The scriptural prognosis.
Wow. Hey! Massacre! Alright, do you actually see anyone else? I don't think you can. Are there any more targets in existence? Yeah, there's one over here somewhere. Can't move. Damn it. There's one over there. There's two over there. Oh, apparently you can see them.
Running binary.
Nice! Fucking Pascal's going crazy, just wiping the board. Okay. Yep. Pascal's fucking cracked. And it's just putting them all down. And now we have unfortunately run out of action points. So, or at least he's run out of enemies that he can see, I think. Yeah, certainly looks that way. So he's just going to have to hang out. I'm not sure how all of these things combo. There are too many complicated abilities. I don't really understand. This is all just a mess. But it's pretty funny.
Request approved.
There we go, we'll do that. And then end the turn. Right. Then you end your turn, then you're it. You are freed from hand to hand. Who we got? You. 40 and 63. You have an exploit. You have exploits on you. But what we're going to do is we're going to analyze.
If it serves your cause.
And we're going to expose.
If I must.
And we're going to aim for the opening.
I understand your intent.
And then you're going to shoot.
Fortune favors the swift.
Okay, good hit. What have we got? Dispatch. Make an attack with current weapon against an enemy. Can't miss. Deals 50% more damage. Deals additional damage equal to missing wounds. What was this again? Exploit an enemy in combat. Makes a free attack against target. Can even use the range attack always hits. Okay, so we'll do this, and we'll do this kind of a waste. Yeah, alright, what we'll do is this. Why is that using 2 action points? Don't know why it's using 2 action points.
I am not your Zeke. Ancestors guide me.
Okay, then what we'll do is Why do we have him? What?
You cannot force me, Elantak.
It's the game. I think the game's got confused. What's happened here? Did I? Hang on. No, I didn't make a shot on him, did I? I must have. Alright, let's just waste this guy then.
Pay with your blood in the name of
Splat.
Menshake!
Nice. Second rando attack. Because her weapon has a chance to deal additional attacks or something, doesn't it? Does it? Or he does. Yeah, that was it. She's got the capability to make another attack when she makes a kill.
This tedium has been another soul
Dead.
slips beyond the veil.
Done. Right. Great Regent's Envoy. Lady Orsellios, rogue trader, praise be to the God Emperor. You have saved the Atlas from the detestable Xenos. We must inform the Great Regent of all this at once. Oh, bloody hell. Orsellios, Renegade's representative. No, the Xenos threat may have been eliminated, but the Atlas is still the fruit of Tisiphony's heretical experiments. As long as it survives, House Orsellios will remain a prisoner to its own miserable state and continue to suffer from its Novator's tyranny. Your bickering ends now. I can see the truth behind your every word. One's exclamations are woven from gold and silver, but one good look between the threads reveals her green venom and deep red thirst. The other is using his scarlet veil of hatred to conceal an ocean of purple and amber, powdered with ashes. I no longer wish to hear from either of you. Today, your Novator herself will decide the future of House Orsellios. Oh dear. Orsellios. Like any heresy, House Orsellios' Atlas must be destroyed. Losing the Atlas will weaken the House Orsellios and in turn the Imperium. It cannot be allowed to pass. Oh shit, now we gotta make a choice. What future do you see for your house, Cassia? Naturally, the Atlas must be preserved and used for the good of the Imperium. The Sathala clan, Tisiphony, and many of my subjects have already paid for House Orsellios' power with their lives. It behooves me to prove that their sacrifices were not in vain. Persuasion test failed. I came here to see the truth with my own eyes, and I have seen enough. Tisiphony was a monster, and you are worse than... Silence, Voidker. You do not deserve to be called a navigator of House Orsellios if you permit yourself to address your Novator with such insolence. Regent's Envoy offers Cassia a respectful nod. House Orsellios welcomes its mistress, Lady Cassia. Thanks to both of you, the Atlas and our bloodline is saved. What happens next? Only the stars know. Oh dear. Okay. Cassia nods tidily. We should return to the Coronis Expanse and inform the House of all that took place here. I see no reason to hide the truth any longer. It's high time we began learning from our mistakes. That may have been a mistake. What's the... Oh, the trap exploded. Oopsie. Okay. Okay. There's a flak armor, loads of las guns. Neuro Disruptor deals mental damage to the target if they fail an intelligence check. Willpower, perception, and fellowship are reduced by 10. Psi rating reduced by 1. Interesting. It's not really very long range, is it? 11 maximum 22. Excuse me. 18 maximum 36, and that's doing more damage. Yeah, okay. What we'll do is we shall... Actually, it's one-handed, so yeah, we'll keep that. All of this. Shit. What are these? 14 to 21s. Wait, Mazoa pattern lasguns. Why are they? Oh, because I've got an Eldar selected. That's the problem. Right. Always add to the cargo zone. Always add to the cargo zone. Why is that not? Okay, so no. That can go. Cool. This is gonna take a while. That's useful. Whoops. Or I could have just done all that and dragged that one thing back out. That would have been more intelligent. Never mind. Done. There's probably more shit around, so let's have a look for it. Let's have a loot for it.
I always keep my options open.
Too hard for a simple monkey.
This is a piece of an altar that the ancient Eldar used for some long-forgotten ritual.
My success was inevitable.
The Eldar gods once walked among them, teaching, guiding, protecting them from harm. There are no boundaries between mortal creatures and their patrons. Yep. And then they fucked another god into existence. Time-worn manuscript. There was a time when I believed that I would lead my house to prosperity. In truth, fortune and blessings have long since been passing us by, as if the Cronus Expanse itself is trying to oust the Orsellios children from its bounds. If nothing changes in the near future, all of us will wither like night flowers at dawn, or perhaps face our ultimate fall. On my word, the Sea of Souls itself must favour me. During my last jump I saw into the eye of a voracious storm. Within it, amid the ruins of a Xenos world, was a treasure, mighty and dangerous, not unlike our own power, and I found a way to reach it. I drive away the memory of our journey and the cost that our house suffered. The ritual alone was... no matter. The goal will be worth the price, and due effort is all that is needed of us. By the grace of the Emperor, we made it through that terrible tempest. However, the Eldar ruins appear to have dampened the crew's spirits. Those pitiful commoners talk too much. Tensions in the camp are rising. I should cut out the tongues of those who witnessed the first experiments. This information cannot be allowed to reach the ship. No, not just them. I shall have the Satala clan dock the tongue of every lowborn. Okay.
I have learned much in my exile.
According to the faded glyphs, the statue depicts an Eldar hero who created 100 worlds and twice as many stars.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay. Dark shades roil inside the monolith, and at the edge of your consciousness you can pick up moans of despair, power, pain, damnation, eternity. The souls are mourning their own fate. Okay, well, I think we might be done here. It says loot to be found of the Renegade representative, which there doesn't appear to be. Yeah.
Let us not dawdle.
Yeah, I can't interact with anything else here, so let's get out of here. Wow, that was a thing that happened. I'm gonna drop a save. And then we're gonna go. So I imagine there's gonna be conversations back on the ship, and I may have problems. Right. Whoops, wrong button. I need to go and have a word with Cassia, I think. And possibly Eurelite. So that was not ideal. Oh, Ulfar's here. I should have a word with him as well.
Allow me to thank the von Valancius dynasty for the help it graciously extended to House Orsellios. And to thank you personally. The fundamental life lessons I learned during our journeys together have allowed me to become who I was destined to be.
So now the fully fledged Novator of House Orsellios. What ways to navigate to your house now? Crossing the water storm seems to have changed you somehow. So now you're a full-fledged Novator of House Orsellios.
You of all people should know that succession is a lengthy and tiresome process. While my entire house is busy preparing for a grand council at which I am to ceremonially inherit the late Tisiphane's title, I have decided to remain by your side.
Yay!
To relish just a little more of this carefree liberty. For as soon as I am summoned to do my duty, we must say our farewells.
What awaits the navigators of your house now?
traitors within the House will not simply accept the decision to keep the Atlas.
Shit.
Especially now that the truth about its creation can no longer be suppressed. After all, every Orsellios navigator has a connection to me, and I am connected to them.
Cassia touches her
yet,
breastplate.
I will not give up trying to unite my house. As strife weakens us from within, members of other Navis Nobilite dynasties may be tempted to tear us to pieces. But I will not allow them to do that.
Crossing the warp storm seems to have changed you somehow.
Do you find that it has?
She lowers her eyes.
Even
Embarrassed.
navigators find the terrors of the Sea of Souls difficult to handle. What I beheld in the twisting warp is hard to describe in words. Every journey changes us, little by little. Sometimes it leaves a mark on our appearance, and sometimes it changes our souls.
Cassia extends her hand, displaying elongating fingers and razor-sharp claws.
Nevertheless, there is no need to shroud yourself further in the dim hues of twilight, rogue trader. I am still myself.
Don't you think the Renegades are going to make another attempt to destroy you in the Atlas?
Well, they have been unsuccessful so far, and an enormous part of the credit for that lies with you. Worry not, rogue trader. My house will trouble you no more. For now, I'm able to maintain the blue-grey haze of a fragile truce within my dynasty. As to what happens next, time will tell.
Let's discuss other business.
Of course, I will try to answer any questions you have.
What does your special sight reveal?
Too many colors. The hues flicker and intersperse, merging into a single wave. It's about to crash.
Uh-oh. The navigator presses her hands.
I cannot satisfy your curiosity at this time. Perhaps later.
Oh dear, that's not encouraging. The Lady Navigator presses her hands to her eyes as if to shield them from the light of a burning star. Well, that's bad. Alright.
I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Oh no. Right. I haven't had a word with Ulfar. Ulfar!
Broke free the bold from captors grasping. Dark cities, feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty and the yet fatter cunning. I hope you're not going to put off the feast. Our escape demands a grand celebration.
Whoops. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we should have spoken to Ulfar after we escaped fucking Comora, but so much was going on I fucking forgot. Right. What are you planning to do with your newly acquired freedom?
Find my pack. As we speak, they are likely performing some bloody service for Calcazar. For that reason, I want to have a word with the Inquisitor.
Gotcha. Why'd you call me Activator?
This is the name given on Fenris to a pack father.
Oh.
A commander or captain. An Edfatter answers to a Jarl, the commander of a great company. Since you are the one who commands your crew, and I follow you at present, I am granting you the honored title of Edfatter.
Oh, awesome. I could never presume to give orders to one of the Emperor's Angels. You should be in command.
It is true that I am capable of commanding you and your people, but as a warrior of the Allfather, it is too easy for me to forget the limits of ordinary people.
Gotcha. Why'd you devour your enemies?
Why do you think?
Giant Space Marine grins, baring his teeth, and inquires innocently. Medicaid test succeeded. The omophagia is clearly involved here, the genetic gift granted to the Astartes by the Emperor. This organ links the brain and stomach of a Space Marine, allowing him to absorb information from the genetic code of the flesh of any flesh he consumes. Lost your mind, not being fed enough, or you simply enjoy it. Suspicious, it's fairly grisly ideas. Has to do with the omophagia, yes?
You are very well informed. Far more than a common mortal ought to be.
Heh.
Yes, it is true that I have gorged on the flesh of my enemies to reap the secrets from the steaming flavor of their meat. I have slain many Xenos and feasted on their flesh. My captors have watched me do it and taken glee in it, while I have been gathering information and planning my escape.
Tell me about your brothers, Space Wolves.
Not everyone is granted the right to ask such questions. But you... I shall allow it. What do you want to know about the Astartes from the glorious Fenris?
Who are the Space Wolves?
Vilka Fenrika.
Guttural
That
pronouncement.
is our name in the old tongue of our world. We are the fiercest of the All-Father's warriors. His executioners. His retribution.
The guttural pronouncement sounds primordial and ruthless.
Our fearless Wolf King is Laman Russ, son of the All-Father. Our world is Fenris, and our home the Fan, which rises from the world's spine into orbit. We are the thunder in the bloody storm of battle that calls to us. That is who we are.
Nice. Never imagined the Emperor's Angels would be such savages. Fenrisians seem to bring wolves into everything. Glory to the wolves of Fenris. Smiling in satisfaction, the wolf graces you a magnanimous nod.
But there is more to our spirit than grim destruction alone. In the Hall of Heroes, we hold feasts the likes of which you will see nowhere else. To thundering laughter, we raise our horns, tell our sagas, and honor our glorious fallen. Though the body of an Astartes is built to be immune to the effects of drink, we invented a way around this taboo. The mead we brew can overcome even our blood. It makes us drunk, and makes our feasts jovial occasions. Mead. You can brew it nowhere else but on good old Fenris. No other world is home to such poisonous plants.
That's terrifying. Fenris, what's it like?
Fenris is home. A harsh land of harsh winters and harsh people. When comes the Hellwinter, a fearsome season of frosts, the merciless world sea freezes, and great white bears, snow wyrms, and ice trolls go on the hunt. Then, the murderous frost retreats, and boats of harpooners sail out to ply their craft, capturing sea snakes and krakens. And then comes the season of fire. Volcanoes awaken. Waves wash over whole islands, and only the land of Asaheim offers salvation to those whose blood and grit win them the right to live upon it. Clan fights clan. Crows circle over battlefields, and wolf howls rise up to the sky. That is my beloved home. There is no place in the universe like it.
Gludes wistfully.
Tell me, Ep34, what is the most fearsome foe on Fenris?
A wily glint appears in Ulfar's eye. Lore Imperium test succeeded. You mentally go through a list of deadliest creatures on Fenris, but your thoughts seem to settle on one strange name. Wrath Badger. You've read about this animal, a small and ferocious creature about which very little is known. The Wrath Badger. Oh no.
No, you are... What? Why the Wrath Badger?
Little is known about it. It means hunters fear to encounter it, and that is the most dangerous.
Very good. I hope to tell you about the black curse of the Wolfen, but your answer wasn't bad either. Wrath Badger.
The giant warrior's chuckle slams into your chest like a strike from a sonic weapon. Fucking hell. I still wish to hear about the curse of the Wolfen.
The curse of the Wolfen is the most fearsome and most terrible foe on Fenris. In the heart of every brother, there lives a dark beast, bloody and forever ravenous. He hungers to kill, not for glory or duty, or his battle brothers, but solely for the sake of killing. For he who falls to that dark beast, there is no joy or thrill in slaughter. There is but dull rancor.
In icons I've seen, Astartes look much less wild.
Our gene seed is unique. Lehman Ross blessed us with the Canis Helix, a genetic gift that heightens our senses, making them sharper than those of brothers from other chapters. The Canis Helix kindles a bloodthirst in our hearts and changes our appearance to resemble the lethal wolves of Fenris.
For a Space Marine chapter, you're far from orthodox.
The wolves do not take orders from outsiders. We keep the old ways, not the Codex Astartes. We fight in packs, and we are trained and healed by our wise rune and wolf priests. We do not find honor in adorning ourselves in laurels, but instead etch the full names of our fallen kin as a promise of vengeance, and draw strength from that promise.
Okay. So what do you believe in?
We believe in the great wolves, in the deadly Blackbane and fierce Drakan the Thunderwolf, in the redoubtable Hagar the Mountain Wolf, and in the Bloodied Hunter. In the wolf that stalks between stars, who follows us wherever we may go. And in the uncanny two-headed Morkai, guard of the realm of the dead. Of the great wolves, some show us their favor. Others are more malign. But each teaches us a lesson. For that, we praise and honor them.
Does that mean you do not believe in the immortal emperor of humanity as a god?
The All-Father is not a god. He is the best of all humans, our perfect forebear. His blood flowed through the veins of Lehman Ross, and Ross's blood flows in me. Does that make me a god? My respect for him has no end, and I am ready to die for him. But what place does faith have here? Is the All-Father like the massive Iron Wolf, whose every tuft of fur forms a mountain on the surface of Fenris?
He heaves his mighty shoulders.
Or is he as enormous as the Sun Wolf, which rises to hunt every morning and fills our world with light? The All-Father is not a god, but the highest of humanity. Ordinary humans struggle to grasp this. But we, his warriors and offspring, remember the truth.
Is blood going to be flowing on the floor soon? No. He's too tough for that. Okay. You speak blasphemy, primitive, blah blah, okay. Different faith, same old idiocy. Okay. I also believe the Emperor is a man and not a god.
It makes his deeds all the more glorious. Battling gods is child's play when you yourself are a god. But if you are a man, Now, that is the stuff that sagas are made of.
Yeah, just ask Christopher Judge. What else do your wise priests do?
Lacan the Ruined Wolf once shared the mysteries of the healing potions and the secrets of magic sagas. He taught them to see the past and future in throne runes, to call down storms, and to carve powerful talismans.
Your warp test failed. You sense not the slightest power emanating from the charms Ulfar is wearing. That's because I'm not a psycho, probably. You spoke full names that give you strength. What is your name in that case? Oh, Hound. Not gonna get into poop with the Inquisition? Saying the Emperor is not a god? I'm saying it quietly. And I've got a fucking Space Marine to back me up. So that's why I'm allowing myself to say it quietly. You spoke of full names that give you strength. What is your name in that case?
Ulfar Redmane. That is what my brothers call me.
Perception test succeeded. Given the warrior's boastful nature, the indifference with which he revealed his name is surprising. Seems that he does not trust you enough to disclose his true name. I understand.
Do you? And there I was, about to round off my story with a short 400-verse saga about the gifts of Lacan the Ruined Wolf.
My curiosity has been satisfied.
Should what I told you reach other ears, I shall take your tongue.
Ulfar leans towards you with a friendly, only slightly feral grin and says, "That is entirely fair. So how the fuck did you end up in Comora?"
What do you want to know? What brought the Space Wolves to the Expanse? Or how I ended up in the non-human's Dark City?
Why did you come to the Coronis Expanse?
An Inquisitor by the name of Calcazar put out a call for aid. My Wolf Lord did not refuse him, and had 2 packs deployed to the Expanse. We never trusted this ally, but a blood debt for a service rendered in the past forced our hand.
War Imperium has succeeded. Though it wields immense power, when it comes to the Astartes, even the Inquisition chooses to make requests rather than commands. The Space Wolves are not known for being close allies of the Inquisition. How strange then that the chaps has sent not 1 but 2 squads in response to this request, when 1 squad alone is capable of crushing a planetary uprising. 2 packs just like that, Space Wolves must have taken their request seriously.
Insightful. We'd had no dealings with this Calcazar before this, and we did not trust him. 2 packs meant twice as many eyes to watch out for his games and schemes. And then...
Must have been one heck of a blood debt. Yeah, I think it might just have been his 1 plus backup.
The Coronis Expanse is a wild hunting ground teeming with prey. And the Space Wolves will be the first to turn its snow scarlet. The Jarl decided to send the most indomitable hunters who hunger for honor and bloodshed. 1 pack would have fulfilled its duty for the sake of pride, but 2 would seek to outdo each other for the sake of glory.
I see. So, what debt did you owe the Inquisitor?
He saved our brother who had lost the pack and was unable to look after himself or the chapter's honor.
Oh.
Calcazar returned our brother to Fenris and kept secret the misfortune that had befallen him. The Jarl knew that the Inquisitor's actions were driven by opportunism, and the desire to have us mighty warriors in his debt. But honor forced him to be hospitable to the stranger, and swear an oath of friendship.
Ulfar's voice turns cagey. Mighty warriors. Right. Why did the Space Wolves not trust the Lord Inquisitor? Probably because he wounded this Space Marine that he nursed back to health and dragged back to fucking Fenris. Opportunistic? A human? No. Especially not of the Inquisition. Yeah. Why did Space Marines not trust the Lord Inquisitor?
The Inquisition. Pah!
He nearly spits out the words.
Rats! Scurrying around the Allfather's house and ruling it in the Master's absence. Cowards they are. The last into battle, but the first on any war council. We saw what they were worth in the months of shame.
Months of shame. You know the story. After the First War for Armageddon, in which the Space Wolves and the forces of Armageddon fought off a terrifying incursion of the arch-enemy, the Inquisition ordered the heinous event be covered up and the planet's mortal defenders be thrown into labor camps and sterilized. Whoops. The Wolves defended their erstwhile comrades and evacuated many people to Fenris. The confrontation ended in a bloody massacre, and of course the Inquisition have not appeared in Fenris' system ever since. Oh. Yeah, so I was aware that the Space Wolves are the only Space Marine chapter to know of the existence of Grey Knights because, well, I don't actually, has that happened yet? I'm not exactly sure when it happened, but, yeah, the Thousand Suns and, well, Magnus the Red attacked Fenris, the Grey Knights helped the Space Wolves, and then the Grey Knights were like, yeah, now we're going to exterminate this planet, and the Space Wolves were like, get the fuck off of my planet, and we're going to shoot at your ships, and they shot at their ships, and the Grey Knights ran off. So, yeah, whereas normally they mind wipe or purge anyone that knows of them. Would have been a long time ago, but the buggers have long memories, yeah. Right, I've also met Xavier Calcazar. Trust him? No. No, I do not trust Calcazar. He is suspicious.
We also decided to be cautious. His words flowed like honey, and he seemed an honorable man. But lies always look like truth, don't they?
Yes.
That arrogant chief thought he could give us orders. But we wolves have always followed our own instincts and hunted in our own way. I wager that boiled his blood.
Right. What do you know of Xavier Calcazar's plans and objectives?
In warm furs, the old man does shroud his body. In cloaks of secrets woven, shrouds the sly man his plans. To know his dire purpose, swallow not the words of poison, but his gristle.
Okay. I think that's look at his actions, not his words. Essentially, space doggies, yeah. How did you end up captive?
We had gone on a raid for Xenos prisoners and fell into a trap. We had no war machines to support us, and some of our squad were wounded, so we were forced to retreat. I ordered my battle brothers to leave, but I remained behind to meet our guests. I do not know how many of the feeble wretches I slew, but I would have killed even more had their towering piles of bodies not hindered me in combat.
Whoops.
They wounded me and captured me. They froze the joints in my armor. When they dragged me to their ship, 2 of my battle brothers descended upon the Xenos and tried to free me. An insane plan, but it almost succeeded. Almost.
A grimace of pain fixed on Arthur's face.
So, there were 3 of us taken captive. And then there were 2. And then I was alone once again.
A grimace of pain is fixed on Arthur's face, which is shadowed with grief. What happened to the other 2?
They fell with honor.
He says with grim curtness. Your fallen brothers, who were they?
Their saga is one I will not sing to you. You have spilled no blood with them, nor shared with them meat unmewed. Their spirits might be outraged if they knew I had sung of their deeds to a stranger.
Ulfar lets out a solemn growl and pins you with an icy gaze that sparks something within you. Awareness of the monstrous chasm separating you and the ancient superhuman standing opposite. Whoops. Okay, I'm sorry that they died.
Yes, so am I.
Tell me about your time on Comora.
These are dark days you are asking about, Edfather. Let my keen-edged friend be a witness to the ferocity of my words.
Ulfar lets out a rumbling sigh, draws the rune-covered knife that you saw him carry in the Dark City, and begins to spin it between his fingers, finding the equilibrium again.
I was given to Tarvantius for his amusement. In the arenas of Comora, Astartes are a rarity. And he sent me out there to kill gladiators. Living as an inglorious butcher and a Xenos' puppet, I hated it. Constantly. Every moment.
Shit.
I had to take care of my mind before it was twisted to the seven hells.
With every word, the bitterness and hostility in Ulfar's voice grow, and after roaring and raging in Fenrisian for a time, Ulfar catches his breath. Right.
Every morning I made entreaties to the Allfather, and every night I appealed to Ross. I trained my body, read the litanies, and in the darkest moments, I recited my own saga. I recalled every battle, every wound, every brother. And that is how I survived. I always survive.
The red-haired space wolf fixes you with a fierce glower and then turns away. I see.
This was a bleak saga, Edfather.
Answer a few questions about yourself?
Instinct bids me to remain silent.
Oh, okay.
Such knowledge is not to be shared with just anyone. Only those who possess my complete trust.
Fair enough. I must take my leave.
Fenris Hylda, Edfather.
Interesting. Right. Let's see if we can find Eros. I think she hangs out over here. I think. Yeah, there she is. Okay, I'm gonna drop save.
Ilantak, I trust your journeys were fruitful.
Tell me about your kin on your homeworld.
This wound is still bleeding. But you may ask your questions. I will answer to the best of my ability.
A shadow passes over her face. Tell me again what happened to your craftworld. No, we did not find any fruit. Tell me again what happened to your craftworld.
The memory of Monkey is just as fleeting as your span of life.
Bows her head in bitter amusement.
Your predecessor infused Cruderak with corruption too strong even for the ancestors of the Infinity Circuit to repel. And while the dying world thrashed in its agony, the Dark Cousins captured the fleeing children of Assyrian, looking for seers to fuel the Homunculus' insane experiment.
What is an Infinity Circuit?
An eternal circle of life and death. The place of repose for our ancestors, and the bottomless well of their wisdom. When a child of Assyrian dies, their spirit moves to the Waystone, and is returned to the Craft World, where it joins the Infinity Circuit, becoming one with the spirits of all who have come before us.
Your delicate fingers weave patterns in the air as she speaks.
Not only does the Infinity Circuit protect the departed from the gaze of she who thirsts, It also allows their spirits to power the craft world, instruct the living, share their knowledge, and in a time of great need, to return and fight shoulder to shoulder with those who yet remain. This is all you are permitted to know, Elantark. Be grateful and do not ask for more.
Your lip falters, her emerald eyes gleaming dangerously in the lumen light. All Eldar carry these crystal spirit stones. I want to know what they are.
You are talking about something you cannot comprehend, Elantark. Waystones are not mere trinkets worn by my people. They are something greater.
She closes her
From
eyes.
birth until the last breath, the Spirit Stone belongs only to its owner, serving as an ever-present reminder that we are mortal. For it is the first refuge of the mind and the last refuge of the soul, which Cylon Thresh is so eager to devour.
Yurilette closes her eyes and her hand inexorably reaches for the red crystal on her breast.
The souls of the children of Asurion move into the stones after death, and then they become a part of the Infinity Circuit on a craft world, so they can serve their people even when the body is gone. There is no crime more despicable than harming a Waystone and dooming the immortal soul of a child of Asurion to an eternity of torment in the maw of she who thirsts.
So why do you have your soul stone on your chest, right where it's going to get shot?
We need Waystones as desperately as darkness needs starlight, and Monkey need air. And so we are bound to wander the galaxy in search of the old worlds that might give another craft world hope for existence. Each monkey's heart is one of your lives. Each Waystone is the preserved soul of a child of Asurion.
Gotcha. Don't want to know. You have my gratitude.
As you wish, Elantark.
Cool. Alright, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Do we need to... What do we need to do? Let's see what mess our colonies have got up to. Are you building anything? No. Because you're fully built. Okay. Are you building anything? No, because you're fully built. Are you building anything? No, and you're not fully built. Okay. What do we need? Tools of killing. Okay, so what do we got here? Retrofitted mining equipment can be entrusted to pirates at the Expanse. Well, I'd rather not help the pirates too much. Sacred Flame. Pass through distillation plants and multitude of filters. Raw materials at high energy potential will be transformed into combustible promethium. Once proper liturgies have been served, it will be employed as the Emperor's weapon. Rogue Trader and their allies deal 15% more damage with flamers and grenades. Interesting. That reminds me I need to set up. I need to replace some grenades. Hungering Mind. Power of burning effects inflicted by the wearer increased by +1 for each enemy affected by the wearer's area attacks. That doesn't really help. Let's see. Security. Medium complacency. Global security down. That gives us weapons and mechanisms. And heretical. Sacrilege of creation. Heresy of creativity may bear practical fruit if subjects are allowed to secretly produce the mechanisms they invent. Yeah, no. Excuse me, well, these are a bit shit, but I guess we'll do this. And I think that just came into existence. Cool. Yeah, well, we don't want any of the rest of what they're offering. Right, what do we got? Gas Pelican auction? No. Hallucinatory Chem Survey? Maybe not. Probably not. Yeah, I think we've maxed that out. Let's just make sure we have all out. Yeah. Just double check because I'm stupid. I'm the dumb. Yeah, I missed one. What do we got here? Cultivation of xenoplants. Oh, that'll give us hallucinogenic poisons to contaminate the victim. Yeah, I'm not sure we want that. The Lost. Pirates. Coercion and War Xenos. Simple thing with air and provisions. I'd rather not be helping the pirates quite so much. So, yeah. I think we'll leave that for now. So, let's... Oh, hang on. The Celestium Observatorium looms over the deck. The spirit of the ancient mechanism gone silent forever. Oh, yes. Yeah. I'm sure the pieces of archaeotech that we've been picking up are related to that. But I'm not sure how. Don't know how to do that. When in doubt, save. Right. Let's get out of this nightmare realm. Where are we going now? Right. Oh, we got some new contracts over here. Small thought. Spend a bit of profit factor. Attracting merchants from a number of systems, including the mining world. If only some pirates were motivated to blast a station with torpedoes. What? That is a lot of resources. That's really bad. Unquenchable greed. Recruiter has been contacted by high-ranking administrator official who previously helped with reclaiming the relic of St. Cognatius from House Quarter. Joins the generous bribes and would like some more in exchange for riches requested. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need more provisions. An influential alchemtech guild from the world of Versus and Fellowship of the Void, substantial bribes offers the masters. Substance transformation will find the courage to seek refuge on the House von Valancius' wing. Don't necessarily need them. Still not sure about that one. And Conqueror, weapons, Dark Eldar blade I don't want. Provisions and people. Got plenty of provisions and people. Flourishing world. I mean, inhabited by primitive people to try and take it over and bring them to the light of the Emperor. Maybe. Maybe. Sure. And fuck it, we'll do this one. Go crazy, have fun. Go run into the Necron Pyramid of Doom. Cool. Okay, then we need to scroll all the way to the bottom of everything. Oldest and newest, right. That's cargo. Good. Plug. That's cargo. And armor. Nope, armor. Wait, where's the armor that we just got? Or is that taking time to... No, there it is. Oh, we just got 2 of that. Oh, okay. 65% armor over 40 armor, dodging 69% of enemy attacks this chapter. Nice. Reduces incoming damage by 75. Yeah, I think. Well, we were character wearing this armor will dodge 101% of average enemy attacks in this chapter. Okay. But that's plus 70% dodge, but each attack against the wearer that can be dodged value is reduced by 10%. No, I think we're still all I got. And that can go to cargo as well. Alright, cool. Save just quickly because we've done some mucking about. Supporting some endeavours. And now we must make our way to Footfall. Which is... where is Footfall? Actually, are these refreshed or something? No. Cool. Alright. Where are we going? Footfall, Pure Abundance. Yeah, it's down here. Thought so. Can we get... No, there's no quick route there. Okay, walk travel. Bunk. 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 And then to Fury Abundance. Bunk. Visit. Fury Abundance. Okie dokie. Footfall it is. Who are we taking with us? Who are we taking with us? I think we should probably take Heinrichs with us, which means I need to level him up like crazy as well. Fuck! And I need to re-equip him. Fuck. That's gonna be a problem. Okay. Cool. Okay. Sure. Minimum volume for this single share is 2.4 litres. This one has 4.25 litres, so that's 1.85 litres more safe. Yep, that's exactly how it works. Ha! Right, I need to level up our Inquisitorial Acolytes. Weapon skill and willpower are both fucking terrible. What's your agility? 65. Agility, continue, right. First time momentum reaches 200 during the Psychic's turn. Psychic has 5 tool characteristics, 1 to resolve, 1 to deflection, 1 to damage Psychic deals until the end of combat. Yeah. Critical hits scored by anyone within the Psychic's line of sight, including the Psychic themselves, increase the Psychic's critical damage by 1 until the end of combat. Yeah. Psychic's psi rating is increased by 1 until the end of combat every time an ally uses a heroic act. Maybe that. That will just kind of suck. No, yeah, that's wound yourself to cast on the power. Psyker is not in the target's line of sight, or the Psyker is in cover. A resistance test the target suffers 20 penalty. Yeah. Psycho Turbidus. 25% chance to regain AP when degradation is 10 or lower. Psychic powers are range 2 or more, increased by 3. Psychic's resolve is increased by 4, or while veil degradation is 10 or lower. Or Psychic can use a damaging psychic power while being threatened by enemies in melee range without provoking attack of opportunity. No, okay. Adrenaline Surge. First round of combat, all psychic powers of Pyromancy discipline cost 1 less action point. That might be handy. Confer immunity. When the psychic heals or is healed or heals an ally, the character being healed already at full wounds, that character... What? Whenever the psychic is healed or heals an ally, if the character being healed is already at full wounds, the character instead gains temporary wounds equal to the healer. Temporary wounds don't stack. That was fucking garbage to read. Okay, oh, that's weird. Whenever an effect is applied by the psychic, it increases the damage per target. Increase it by half. Okay. Psychic heals themselves or another character with psychic power, or an effect applied by psychic power. Healing can critically heal with a chance of 21%. That's weird. That's like toughness. Yeah, we'll just do that. Then, what do we got? Hammer of the Emperor! Next time they deal damage, damage is increased by 23 and the effect is removed. What's the Emperor? Well, I was affected by what the Emperor are healed. What? Okay. So deals 69 direct damage. Damage is increased against Xenos and Chaos and yada 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 yada. Lots of shit that I don't care about. Okay. I might do that. Divination, Diviners find useful insights everywhere, manifesting extrasensory abilities and glimpses of the future. Okay, so how does that help? Oh, no, that's learning a different class of abilities. Enfeeble. Regeneration. Until the end of combat, the target recovers 8 wounds at the beginning of each of their turns and removes one of the following effects. That is pretty powerful. Breakthrough. He has a slash ability. Forceful strike, reckless strike, sworn enemy. Taunting scream. 7 damage on. See, this is really helpful, but that could be really helpful. All allies affected by it's only 8 to 17 wounds. I mean, 17 wounds. Is that really worth 2 action points and a psychic power and needing to have cast a psychic power previously already? Maybe. Sure. And hang on. Got all those Xenos. Excuse me. You need Medicaid persuasion tech use. What do you need? Law warp, possibly. Then right, I got no range weapons equipped. Contagion, no. Critical hit chance, critical damage increased by 5% of their dodge. Crushing assault. Must do damage for every cell between the current position and where they started. Deadly crushing assault might be good. Deadly aim, no. Death dealer kills the first enemy in a round, immediately making an additional attack against the nearest enemy if possible. Deals 30% of the base damage with 10% bonus to the tier of the enemy killed. Maybe. Destroyer. Disastrous collision. No. Eager for battle. 2 extract points. Nice. Take action. No. I wish they'd only show relevant ones. Like, this guy can't give anyone else extra actions or like extra turns, so why is this in the list? It's just because it's a default list. It would be nice if it was trimmed down. Increase by 1 for every attack they make in combat. Extra turn is given by the character, yeah. 6% more damage, suffer 8% less damage. Doesn't stack. Roll attention. 40% less damage to targets allies. Enemies with 0 deflection or 0 armor against the character's attacks suffer 10 additional damage. That's shield use. Actually, no, we don't have another shield, do we? Not at all. Character gains plus 3 bonus to armor, for lethal threats. Hit by the character melee attack plus a resistance check. Character becomes priority target. No. Has willpower resistance. They take 11 direct damage on success is doubled. Character is attacked by the enemy. They gain momentum equal to the difficulty tier. Masterful display. Single shot. Steel damage. 5% ballistic skill. Yeah, whatever. Masterful precision. No. Out of my way. Push. Bonus to strength equal to the wound, 20% of the wounds. Character gains plus 5 to all characteristics. Character ignores 1 deflection. Shield shit. Armor penetration is higher than the armor. Critical hit chance increased by 2% for every 5%. Or whenever they're healed, they gain 25% more wounds. Revenge. Whenever they lose wounds, the next melee attack deals 1 damage for every 2 wounds they've lost. Tempting. Character gains 17% over penetration. Deflection is doubled against single target attacks. Shield. Dodge reduction armor penetration increased by 10% of the crit chance. An additional 12 wounds. The wounds are increased by toughness. Character has a bonus to all resistance tests. Unstoppable. Vital points. Character scores a critical hit, a chance to increase their critical damage by whatever. Yeah, just go with this. Because he be charging. Then we get access to this shit again. Actually, what's this? You can write Vanguard's turn before they get temporary wounds are lost. They gain temporary wound strength. Vanguard within 2 cells of an ally, gain 8% parry. 2 cell radius of Vanguard, suffer dodge against attacks. Priority target. No, okay. Offensive follow. Whenever an ally uses following, ally gains 11% more damage against all enemies in a 2 cell radius. Maybe. Next attack made by an ally under the effect of force distraction grants 3 MP. Well, all attacks, Vanguard's ability, 8% less. No, okay. Each stack of unyielding beacon increases armor and parry by 1%. Maybe. Critical hits deal 25% less damage to the Vanguard. Abilities affected by the Vanguard's abilities gain 5% armor for 1 round. Doesn't stack. That might be handy because, well, presumably that's any abilities, not just the Vanguard's Vanguard abilities. I'm not sure. A word of endurance. Maybe. Or what was the chance to increase your critical hits? Punish the imprudent sounds good. Yeah, we've already got it. Once per round, whenever an enemy considers the Vanguard a priority target, enters a cell adjacent to the Vanguard, the enemy provokes an attack of opportunity. So, that's always fun. It's like, oh, you walk next to me, slap. Right. Just do extra strength, really, because I get lost in which of these abilities are actually available. I could do that, because if we're going to be healing, if we're going to be mass healing with him, that's actually quite powerful, because it means anyone who isn't wounded will get temporary wounds. That's quite good. Using a cod. Yeah, it's using a wet fish. For the whap, that is. Gotcha. Right, then let's see if we can re-equip you with anything fun. Oh, it's the newest, right. Is a force sword, but it is not very good in comparison. Veil degradation is reduced. If they kill an enemy with that, the chances of him killing an enemy with that are pretty fucking unlikely. Force sword. 26 to 34, there we go. Whenever the wielder kills an enemy with a weapon, veil degradation is reduced by the wielder's psi rating. Ooh, cool. And you gain +1 psi rating for a round. And the sword deals an additional damage. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Fuck. Whoops. That is definitely not what I wanted to do. Excuse me a second. What was that? Where did that just go? I'm dumb. I'm really, really dumb. I don't know why I did that. Ah. No, I misclicked. It's going to be in the latest. Okay, we've got loads of xenotech. Quite a bit of Mechanica shit. Okay, where did that just fucking go then? No. Nope. That's a two-handed melee weapon. That's a power sword. Dogmatic adherent ignores a dodge with Xenos teams and psychic. Shit. Why have I dumped that? Huh. Have no. What's just happened? The hell just happened there? Right, I'm not sure what just happened there. OBS just shit the bed and completely disconnected. Like, it didn't even tell me it was dumping frames, it just completely disconnected. I need to check something. Then I better not split this into 2 videos or I'm going to be pissed. Okay, doesn't look like it. Cool. Good stuff. Right, sorry about that, everybody. Let's get back into this then. So, what were we doing? We were re-equipping. We need to re-equip grenades as well. We've got to remember to do that. Have we got better armor for you? 38 plus 10% dodge against human enemies. Whereas critical hit chance in melee combat is increased by 14%. And you see we get the same bonus. That is better then. But could give you heavy armor. Which mean you dodge nothing, but you tank it better. Plus 2 deflection against ranged attacks, plus toughness. Yeah, that's not helpful. 75, 37, 10% against human enemies. No, I think that's a good balance. Okay. Do I have a better range weapon to give you? Are you ever going to use a ranged weapon? Probably not. Really, we need to try and find another shield, but I've not found another shield. I was giving you that, wasn't I? Oh, that does less. Okay, we're gonna dump that cargo then. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out if we've got anything good to give these this idiot. No, that's atrocious. Notes on weaknesses. Lethality doesn't help. Oh, we were gonna give that to Urilla. Don't care. Lords of Command. 12% parry when using swords, Oh, you've already got fucking boots of parrying, so we're gonna keep them. Hand of Offense, melee attack damage is increased by 6. Deflection equal to the rare Psi rating. Okay. Yeah. Sneaks up behind Moon Eyes and pulls his hat down around his ears. Ha! Saturate endure, remove burning, bleeding, or toxin. Okay. 33% critical hit chance against Xenos. I think. Monster, what have we got? We literally have a fucking inquisitorial badge of office, but it's just not really that great. Right. What do we need to do? We need to re-equip. What did you have? You had a frag grenade. Got any more turbo frag grenades? We have one more turbo frag grenade. Excellent. Do we have... what did you use? Probably used a stim, didn't you? I don't remember what they look like. There we go. Plug that in. Then you being me, need an incendiary grenade. Plug that in. Do you have... you also have a stim. Excellent. At least no one's shouting it first. Old Roman Empire insult. Go shit in your knit cap and pull it down around your ears. Ha! Nice. Right, your psi rating is 2. That's shit. That's a problem. Oh well, is what it is. How about the Devoted Protector? Immunity to critical hits for the first 3 rounds of combat. Plus 3 logic. Yeah, we've not been finding a lot of like goggles and eyepieces recently, I don't think. Psi rating is increased by 1 for demons for each rank of dogmatic. That could be good potentially. MP equal to their resolve, where it can't be slowed, again plus 2 resolve and can't be immobilized. Energy damage. No. Barbarian emitter. No. Melter attacks. Energy damage. So I will each shine and they choose an ally or themselves as a target and ability. Raises until the end of combat stacks. Interesting. Tactical advantage, no. No. Using run and gun, no. Bleeding, burning, or toxin, no. Cover against shadow field effects. Cancels being in full cover against all range attacks. Effect is lost when the wearer is hit and suffers damage. No mind. Inflicted by the wearer to an enemy, no. Burning. Using a non-attack ability grants the wearer +5 bonus to dodge and parry for each enemy adjacent to the wearer. Yeah. Fire. And melee area attack. They gain 5 dodge reduction and parry reduction for each target affected by the attack for the next melee attack. Huh. Shots in melee. Remember that we will scores a critical hit for the first time in combat. The damage dealt by this critical hit is increased by 50%. That's pretty fucking good, actually. We'll do that. Bead of Might. Just not sure how that works. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Cool. And we've all got all of our gear. Yeah, looks promising. Cool, let's drop a save. Alright. Glorious house from Valancius. If it wasn't for his lordship, we would have started eating each other by now. Yeah.
I always have a backup plan.
Yeah, quarter was fucking insane. Okay. Let's go have a word with the good Inquisitor, shall we? You're overtaken by those who hear, doubt and hunger and fire. Oh dear. Man, it takes, you know, tasted one. I've never tasted sweeter water. They say old Rumpus's blisters went clean away after just a couple of months. Okay, yeah. Peddling bullshit, of course you are. Seem to have reinstated pretty much everything else. Or, yeah, well. You've been invited, so deal with it. Right, where is. Boss man's probably all the way over here.
To be made.
I have a bad feeling about this. This could go badly. Just phase through the wall. Okay. The Lord Inquisitor is engrossed in studying star system charts and reports, which are amassed on the desk like ridges of a formidable mountain range. There are shadows beneath his eyes, which are ruthlessly dissecting the latest report, and his skin seems stretched taut over the bones of his skull. Without turning his head to you, Calcazar says wearily, "Greetings, your lordship. Your timing is impeccable." Hang on a second, did we just dump a load of frames again? No, we are seemingly still connected. Your timing is impeccable. We in trouble? I think we might be in trouble. Okay. An aged servant with the bearing of a veteran approaches the two of you. In a precise movement, he replaces an untouched cup of cold recaf in front of the Lord Inquisitor with a new one, slightly steaming. The warrior of Fenris folds his arms on ceramite-plated chest regally and says in a dour voice, "Greetings, Inquisitor. You and I need to talk." Calcazar bows respectfully. "Glory to the Emperor's angels of Fenris. Your words will be heeded, my lord." Heinrichs nods silently at Calcazar, who responds ever so slightly by bowing his head. May the Emperor grant you strength and some time to rest, Lord Inquisitor. Told you have business with me. First I'm barred from entering, and now I'm summoned here like a servant. An appalling way to treat a road trader. Last time you congratulated me on my rise to power, and now I'm here to return the favour. Okay, Calcazar's solitary cup. Hospitality not in the Inquisitor's forte. I see it. Fucking hell. May the Emperor grant you strength and some time to rest, Lord Inquisitor. The corners of Calcazar's mouth creep upward. In a befittingly grave tone, he replies, I would be loath to trouble our master with a prayer for such an indulgence, especially one so utterly inappropriate at this fraught time. Lady Navigator, Cassia, Tisifia, fucking hell. Brain, work. Evriela. Bloody hell. Okay. The Lord Inquisitor's lips curve into a thin smile as he catches a glimpse of scarlet eyes. I hear that House Orsellios is going through a difficult time. Change is coming. I sincerely hope it is for the better. Your colours, Lord Inquisitor, are as rich as they are multifaceted. I have never encountered anything like it before. Unclouded hues flowing from one to the next. Amazing harmony. Amazing and frightening. Cassia raises her chin and nods demurely. That a man of such status and talents has taken an interest in the well-being of an Avis Nobilite house is a great honour. Right. Fucking hell. Right. I escaped from Comora, where I was held captive by Xenos. Oh, hang on. Vide et caca in pilium et ips traheta super arest tuo. There we are. A valuable and important phrase to learn. That's go shit in your hat and pull it down around your ears. Gotcha. Okay, right. I escaped Comora, where I was held captive by Xenos. The Inquisitor raises an eyebrow, impressed. You escaped from the Dark City. A feat few have accomplished. Truly, I congratulate you on an exceptional performance, and I won't even mar your triumph by telling you that the Inquisition will, of course, be watching you very closely henceforth. I sincerely hope your grand escape was not part of the Xenos' devious machinations. Right, you wish to speak to the Lord Inquisitor, Ulfar? Indeed. You petitioned our aid in fighting Xenos. We spilt much alien blood. But the wind of battle carried me far, and I lost contact with my pack. Do you know where I can seek out my brothers, the Baleful Howl? I am afraid not. According to the information in my possession, they withdrew from the battle raging in the Expanse. The Lord Inquisitor's deferential tone now carries a dry edge. You lie! The Baleful Howl never run from battle. Ulfar's reply to the outrageous claim is surprisingly calm. Only the frosty chill of death born of his voice and carried across the room makes everyone's hair stand on end. What do you mean by withdrew? Contrary to my request to continue hunting the Xenos, they embarked on an expedition whose objective is unknown to me. There has been no word of them since. Sounds suspicious. And that is not how we wolves conduct ourselves. I can tell you no more. As you well know, your pack preferred not to report their plans and intentions to me. Albeit no match for Ulfar's tongue of ice, the coldness of Calcazar's voice too could freeze an entire world. Why do you think they diverted their attention? I presumed it was to search for Brother Ulfar. It is common knowledge how deeply Space Wolves value the ties of brotherhood. Far more deeply than the ties that bind them to other subjects of the Emperor. People disappearing in the vicinity of an Inquisitor is always cause for suspicion. If this is some scheme of yours... The Inquisitor dryly interrupts the Allfather's warrior. Dare I remind you that your presence in the Expanse is not a favour to me, but a promised repayment of a debt? I was not so haughty when I returned your lost brother to Fenris. I did not demand recompense for my faithful servants who died saving him. I kept secret those details that could have damaged your honour. Why, then, does your gratitude taste so poisonous? The mention of Ulfar's lost brother makes him grind his teeth in anger before he falls sullenly silent. Is there any way you can help us find them? No, but I believe I know someone who is better informed, and I will name that person as soon as we finally start discussing the matter that prompted me to summon your lordship. Right, one of your acolytes, Emelina, accused you of cooperating with Xenos. I would remind you that the particularities of the Inquisition's work lie far beyond the rogue trader's purview, but given the circumstances... Yes, Acolyte Lichtenhart's words were true. It has been several years since I established contact with the Dark Eldar. They informed me of upcoming raids, and I thwarted them. I kept the Expanse safe while the Xenos were absorbed in their internal squabbles, which are of little interest to me. Oh shit. Strictly speaking, one might regard my actions in this situation as unorthodox, at the very least. In reality, however, they are undoubtedly beneficial. Acolyte Lichtenhart has demonstrated her inability to surmount the bounds of convention, and had she been in my position, the Expanse would have likely already fallen under the blows of the present crisis. Fortunately for you, she is not, and the Dark Eldar, drained by their power struggles and bereft of their best raiders, can do nothing more than run from my fleets. Heinrichs, I have to say I am disappointed by how easily information pertaining to the Expanse's security reaches the ears of those who should not be privy to it. This will be noted in your record. Would you care to put my concerns to rest and tell me that Emelina is not out there running amok among my sector and continuing to sow unrest? In response to Calcazar's question, Heinrichs' eyes narrow, smouldering with anger. Emelina is dead, by my hand. Indeed? Well, I hope I can continue to trust you to know when a useful resource is finally exhausted and must be disposed of. Your lordship, I hope it goes without saying that I would appreciate you not spreading dangerous and misleading rumors going forward, and keeping the content of this conversation private. Given the current state of affairs, I would have to treat such actions as subversive, so I thank you in advance for your considerate silence. Okay. Are you aware of the changes Incendia has wrought on football? Naturally, her ladyship has done me an invaluable service by taking on the task of instilling order on the station. Though her style of leadership seems unnecessarily brutal to me, on the whole, her actions have not exceeded the bounds I set. Let's have a think. If you think she is unnecessarily brutal, why have you not intervened? Firstly, I entrusted her to the task to her ladyship, and she is executing it competently. And secondly, are you unaware of what I am striving to do here? At present, I am trying to prevent the deaths of billions, yet you ask me why I am choosing not to save hundreds. I convinced Corda the error of her beliefs. She has left the station. I'm surprised you managed such a feat. However, it is probably for the best. I assume the two of you would clash, but I expected a more tragic outcome. I admire your zeal for peacekeeping. What was the dispute between you and Caligos Winterscale about? His lordship deemed it more important to show off his stubbornness than to safeguard the interests of the Expanse. Stupidity of the most burdensome kind. But my sources inform me that he nevertheless has joined my efforts against the Xenos, and so I have decided to stay any sanctions for a time. Caligos was under the influence of the ruinous powers, but I put an end to it. How curious. When all this is over, I will certainly call you as a witness at Caligos' trial. Together we will decide how best to handle him while ensuring the safety of the Expanse. Okay, what's the current situation of the Expanse? The cult of the Final Dawn and the Dark Eldar raiders are vying with each other to see who can cause us the greatest turmoil. I have mobilized all the forces I can to repel these attacks, which is why we are still alive. Combined militia brigades are hunting for Xenos and guarding convoys. Expeditionary platoons under my command are crushing heretic rebellions. The situation is unstable, but I will not pretend that I was prepared for the crisis. However, we are not losing our footing yet. Right. What's prompted the Dark Eldar to act so brazenly? Prisoner interrogations indicate that an incident occurred in the Dark City, what the Xenos call a disjunction, a dimensional calamity that forced them to step up their raids in real space. Shit. Their audacity speaks to their desperation, which in turn will translate into new trials for his servants. Fuck, we made it worse. Why has the cult the Final Dawn become more active? The warp is raging. This baleful sign always portends change, and crises beget desperation. The most fertile ground for heresy. I believe that the arch-enemy's servants think their time has come, or perhaps this day was marked in their profane scripture as a date of the end of existence. I will not trouble myself with further attempts to make sense of their blasphemous doctrine. They are bent on destroying us all, and so must be destroyed. I need to take one of my meds quickly. Give me a moment. Okay, what makes you think you're capable of commanding a whole sector? Don't care. You've mobilized all forces, but not the House von Valencius. Are you not standing before me now? While your status remained unclear, I preferred not to requisition the resources of the von Valencius Protectorate. Your people dealt with the Uralon, Your people dealt with Uralon the Cruel's agents and with the Xenos raids, and that was enough for me. But now is the time to add your might and talents to the scales. Okay. You must have an ingenious plan to save the Expanse. A glance tossed at you is like a shot from an auto pistol at point-blank range. If such a plan were to exist, information about it would be of the utmost secrecy. I suggest you focus on the current strategy of putting out each fire as you encounter it. I understand. I see no need to get bogged down in the details. To appraise you of all the information I currently possess would require more time than we have. What help do you want from me? Frosher, if you please. The Inquisitor nods imperiously at the servant, who draws some kind of remote control from his pocket. All sounds whose sources are more than 3 meters away fade to nothing. Stummers. To my chagrin, the ability to be in 2 places at once does not number among my talents. That is why I wish for you to serve in my stead. I place such trust in very few people, you understand. You will feel what it is to walk in my shoes and attempt to compel a gaggle of quarrelsome blockheads to work together. Oh my. You will reconquer Euphrates too for me. The Inquisitor gestures to the servant, and a silencing field disperses. Frosher, another recap. This one has gone cold. Okay. Euphrates 2. Okay. Pascal jacks his head up, clearly recognizing the name Calcazar just uttered. Abelard stifles a grunt of displeasure, his mutter pitched for your ears only. You will reconquer Euphrates 2 for me. This esteemed Lord Inquisitor has done away with all pretense and politeness now. His orders no longer come with even a veneer of a request. So your valet or another Inquisition assassin? Why can't both be true? Frosher has been a member of my retinue for 50 Terran years, and the person in my entourage who comes closest to being my confidant. Something akin to a warm smile touches the Inquisitor's lips. We have had cause to be involved in many incidents whose reports have since been marked with a seal of silence. Frosher nods deferentially, and on his aged, jowled face appears an expression caught between eternal loyalty, motherly affection, and religious devotion. Right, to what do I owe such an honour? To whom else could I entrust this mission? No need to feign ignorance, von Valencius. We both know the shortcomings of the other candidates for this position. At present in the Expanse, there are 2 people with a perspective and steady hand required to control this situation, and they are both standing in this room. So, if you will, dispense with the humble rogue trader act and win this war for me. Can you tell me more about Euphrates 2? The sacred world of the Adeptus Mechanicus, off-limits to laypeople. I am one of the few who do not worship the Omnissiah to have set foot on its surface. Or rather, I was. Now it is crawling with unbelievers, the despicable word-bearers. Attacked and captured Euphrates 2, and the cult of the Final Dawn brought an entire horde of heretics to the planet. Oh, shit. Registering as Sanctity Alpha priority mission. The scourge of corrupted misbelievers reigning over blessed workshops fills the Omnissiah's faithful with anguish. Activating auto-asceticism protocol. I offer a prayer for the liberation of the sacred world. From beneath Pascal's crimson robe comes the sound of mechanisms whirring to life, and dark bloodstains streak down across the fabric. That's concerning. I sent my troops to aid the Explorator forces laying siege to the world, but a rift occurred among the commanders. They need an authoritative general, and you are perfect for the role. My confidence is not misplaced, I trust. What matter first brought you to Euphrates 2 out of interest? An utterly transparent attempt to learn secret intelligence. I offer to make you my general, and you try to pump me for information? Poorly done. Huh, okay. Is it the word bearers themselves? They didn't just send their puppets? Clearly, the stakes for them are high enough. Erlon the Cruel has stirred his profane self to make a personal appearance on Euphrates 2. Conrad Voigtver, incidentally, is also there. I hear you two have unfinished business. Him and I will generously... I will generously leave to you. When you are finished with him, you may simply dispose of the mortal remains. No need to surrender them to the Inquisition for an inquest. Consider it my gift. Okay. What do they want with the Euphrates 2? Reasons behind their machinations would be pure speculation at this point. Bring me prisoners to interrogate, and perhaps we will gain some much-needed insight. What forces do we have in place, and what is this rift that occurred between the commanders? Explorator Fleet Divine Cognizance 78-21 recalled its most combat-ready units to retake the world. They were supported by my most powerful strike fleet and a group of deadlier allies. I dispatched a pack of space wolves to hunt down the transgressors. Unfortunately, the leaders have failed to find a common language. The esteemed Thorvald is at odds with the conclave of the Mechanicus' battle congregation, and the Omnissiah's servants find Thorvald's strident nature off-putting. And neither group is fond of the militant Sibilek, who commands my forces. We were not fond, to be precise. The esteemed militant perished along with his ship a week ago, and when his noble allies failed to support his offensive. I see. The Inquisitor bows to Ulfar curtly. I recommend that you too go to Euphrates 2, my lord. Perhaps the pack was less reticent with the esteemed Thorvald than me, and told him where they decided to direct their efforts. It is a fine suggestion, which I accept gratefully, Inquisitor. The expression of respect on Ulfar's face does a poor job of hiding his antipathy. How did you manage to enlist the aid of the Angels of the Emperor? I'm not going to bother asking that. Situation is clear. You will be given details when you arrive in orbit around Euphrates 2. Right. Smash the heretics. I'm afraid I must decline. Deal with your own problems. Oh, smash the heretics! I never doubted you, your lordship. The Emperor protects. Okay. Calcazar nods at the paper his servant has deferentially delivered to the table. This document attests to the extraordinary powers you now have at your disposal. I am counting on your success. Gain 68 experience. Okay. I just need to check something. Okay, sweet. Cool. Yeah, okay. I guess we're done here then. Intriguing.
Keep your wits about you.
Is this the way out? Yeah, I think so. Yep. No, that's the wrong way. That's not where we want to be. Return to the ship. There we go. I might need to have a word with Heinrichs. Right, let's have a word with you.
To what do I owe this visit?
No, okay, never mind. Never mind, it's all good. Right, where the hell are we gonna go now? Well, Euphrates too, I guess. Or whatever it is, Urac 2. I got quite a large laser on a Warhammer without double heat sinks was a horrible idea. Why is everything melting help? Yep, that was a dumb thing to do. Why did you do that? Genius. Absolute genius. Oh, that's okay. How the fuck are we gonna get there then? Okay, I guess we're gonna go here. Go here. Go here. Powerstone colony event requires them. Okay, what happened? What did you do? All captain's presence will be required. Ah, shit. What did you do? What did you break? We're not doing that. Completed the thing. Got some children medikits. Cool. Roses and Markand. No. The Lost. No. Right. So. We need to get to Falstone. I think I just went past or near Falstone, I think, maybe. Right. What am I looking for? This icon. That's Carver Gamma. We just went past. Fuck it, okay. Guess we're going backwards. Could you cause problems when I'm in the neighborhood as opposed to when I'm trying to fly past? Alright, what the fuck have you idiots done now? There are rumours in the colony that the rogue trader has given in to the arch-enemy's corruptions, personally killed Lady Theodora and usurped the throne by force. Oh shit. Stop punitive raids. Prove your piety by donating substantial resources to the ecclesiarchy. Complacency. Requires 2 profit factor. Increase complacency. Request help from the followers of St. Drusus. The Drusian services and sermons have dispelled the veil of idle hearsay and slander. Cool. Why is that red? Why is that now red? That's concerning. Okay, well, we resolve that problem. Right. Meanwhile, back at the plot. I'm not entirely sure how I'm actually supposed to get over there. Do I have to, like, force a new route? I suppose I probably do. Okay, let's force a route then. That's going to be really bad though. Oh, and we can't improve it at all. Okay. Cool. Go over here, safety this. fly over here. Then we'll fly this way and safety it. And then we'll fly to here. And safety it. Wait, there's something there that I haven't explored. What do you mean there's something here I haven't explored? What the fuck? What the fuck? What have I not explored here? Oh, must have some rather. Lord Captain, the ne'er-do-wells from the Augur crew are reporting we've reached the Nolus Septimus system, where a Prometheum refining hive, Santiel's Pride, is located. In my mother over the golden throne! Transmission ends abruptly and resumes with a loud click several moments later. Emperor preserve us, Lord Captain, the entire system darker than the inside of Grox's ass. A local star, it's not there. Oh shit. Stars do not vanish from the sky without a reason. The same villains may be at work here as in the Rykad system. Lord Captain, Santiel's Pride is an object of strategic importance to the Corda dynasty. It alone covers the Prometheum needs of their entire protectorate. It's not difficult to figure out what happened. The damned Xenos had their work cut out for them, but by the throne they succeeded. This does not mean we can leave the important strategic assets for them to plunder. I suggest we do House Corda a favour and salvage the remains of their Prometheum. Another system is missing its star. You hear a strange quiver of outrage in Heinrich's voice, followed by a deep exhale. We need to see if there are Xenos on that frozen world, and, should our suspicions be confirmed, exterminate them. If you disagree, let me remind you that the protectorate of one of the rogue traders of the Cronus Expanse has lost several billions of its subjects. Can you be certain the same won't happen to Dargonus, or another of your worlds? Forgive me, Shadeen, but I refuse to believe that among the billions of Corda's subjects there wasn't at least a handful of desperate souls still trusting in the Exalted One's providence, clinging to life. Who will become their salvation if not you? Thank you for your comprehensive report, Ravor. Vigil takes over the channel, her vexation showing only in the force with which she clicks her box. Apologies, Lord Captain. As the esteemed Master Helmsman had just stated, the Augur crew is troubled by the anomalous absence of the star at the heart of the system. As for the Hive World, I'm afraid it is forever lost to the Imperium, as are the lives of billions of its children. Fucking hell. Okay. I damn it, I told you not to fuck around with Necron-Tech. No, it's the fucking Dark Eldar. They stole another star. Dickheads. 2 adamantine. How much adamantine we got? 20. Yeah, we'll go for it. Destroyed refugee ship. Let's check this out. Random crap. Okay. Not helpful. Yeah. Also, the other thing is, if a star disappears, all of its fucking planets will fly off into deep space, so... that's not great. Right, well, we're gonna go here, but we're gonna be hit by the Dark Eldar immediately. Are we? Or not? No, we better hit the Dark Eldar. Let's hit the Dark Eldar. Time for a space fight! Dark Eldar, all the knife-eared corpse gobblers, yeah.
The stars will judge you.
And the Dark Eldar broken shit again. Oh yeah, we got a P-mate that is AI controlled. That's frightening. Okay. A lot of torpedoes, which I'm not best pleased about. Yeah, they've launched a hell of a lot of torpedoes. And loads of my fucking capabilities are blocked because dickhead Dark Eldar cheating technology. So, how do we handle this? There's Daka. Daka.
Salvo!
Right, then. Where... Could we get into position where we could lance you? No, we cannot in that case. Go... Hang on, where did I... They went over there. That's really annoying. I can't do the fucking... I can't do any of my useful abilities, which I really need to be able to use. Cool. Takes 90 degrees, or I could actually... Ooh, what's our arc? Right, we're 2 squares further away. Okay. Strafe to here. Nice. Then we can lance this fucker as well with the primary. What do we got here? Oh, I should have done this. I should have done this previously. Oh well. Oh well. Let's do it now. Cool. And then laser it.
Fire at will!
Beams. Nice. Solid kill. Okay. Now, while our fucking escort flies off into nowhere, I think we might do something like this. Actually, what we could do is we could dump torpedoes now.
Let the void sort them out!
Dump torpedoes, then we're gonna fly. Yeah. Then I'm going to reinforce the starboard shield. Yeah. Where are you going, buddy? Fight's over here. Okay, they did not move. Their torpedoes are about to move. Great, cool. Okay, we've got some abilities back. Torpedo control. Would we be able to arc it? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think there's any point in doing that. We are out of range. Try to survive torpedoes, that's gonna suck. Yeah, go for it. Now we'll fire the lighter one, see if we can get through its shadow field. Beams. Oh, we hit it. It's not very effectively.
With the force of a
Beams! And that missed completely. Oh no, there's some hits there. Interesting. Can we get anything else into range? No, okay. One, two, three, four, five. No, giving the torpedoes movement points wouldn't actually help, so we're just going to have to deal with it. Annoyingly, we're just going to have to live with it. Go for it. Oh, you bitches. Did that count as front or side armor? Engine malfunction effect applied, that sucks. Fucking 100 damage. Oh, 100 shield damage, okay. Yeah, nice of you to fucking turn up. And yeah, they're just firing all the torpedoes, great. Cool. Flagship shields, saw. No, okay, right, why can't I do this? Yeah, why is it unavailable? That's what I want to know. Right, hang on, let's get a vulnerability scan. And that's not supposed to happen because that's the opposite side of where I am. And the fucking upgraded ability is supposed to stop that from appearing on the wrong side. So good job, Irrelate.
No mercy for the enemies of
Nice.
humanity.
Pop. Alright then, I'm gonna fucking lance you then. Beams! That didn't do much. And the shadow pill came back up. Still can't conduct boarding action because reasons. Can get into Lance Arc though. Yes, we can. Cool. Go there. Attempt to lance. Beams! That was somewhat effective. Something happened. Okay, fire torps.
Torpedoes, away!
Then let's... Actually, we can expeditious reload, which allows us to fire that again. Beams! That did nothing. Cool, good job. Real good job. Wonderful. In that case, yeah, and we're going to reinforce the prow shields. Yeah. Actually, hang on, could we... If we strafe again... Strafe again, we can bring it into Mac gun arc.
Macro cannons, open fire.
Some impacts. Cool, not bad. Go on, steal the kill.
The Emperor blessed us
Nice.
with victory this day.
Sweet. And our ship leveled up. Awesome. Right. Void ship management. We need to... Apparently we took no damage. Or we just don't have any scrap to repair. No, apparently we took no damage. Right, what have we got here? Right, so because we seemingly don't have the ability to... So we don't have the ability to re-equip our squad, or our friends, our allies. Let's upgrade the hull a bit, because I think we might be a little bit behind, considering how much scrap we have available. Let's do that. Right, development. We got some upgrades. What do we got? Maximum overdrive. Flagship speed is increased by 2, maneuverability increased by 1, bonus damage dealt by the ram is increased by 100%, duration of 2 rounds, premonition. August scan the area for favourable tactical positions. While the flagship is in such a position, its evasion is increased by 35%. Ooh. That's interesting. Or shallow jump. Flagship makes a shallow warp jump in a forward direction. Nah. Shield pulse. Overloads enemy shields, redistributing them with the weakest side facing the flagship. The enemy has a hollow field, it loses several of its charges. Pulse can also negatively impact other Xenos technology. Ooh. That would be helpful. Warp wave, this is weird. Cause the enemy ship to immediately turn 45 or 90 degrees depending on the ship's maneuverability. If the enemy ship has suffered hull damage, the abrupt turn deals additional damage based on how much damage they've taken. Hang on, what will we have for this one? Oh, same options. Okay, we'll just take, yeah. Shield pulse, fuck us as well. Expends 25% of the flagship shields. Well, could be useful. It's kind of risky. I could do this. Now we'll do that. Gives us options. Gives us options. Of course, yeah, okay. Need to investigate that more. That's based on persuasion. Really? No, it's based on demolition. Why is it telling me it's based on persuasion? What the fuck? Whatever. Right. Weird. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot about the ship combat stuff that doesn't really make sense. Why did I not have that equipped? Oh, I forgot to equip stuff because I'm a fucking moron. 5% crit chance, but another 8% hit chance. Meh. We've already got them, so we're gonna add that to cargo. Daring. Right, we're gonna cargo that. We're gonna cargo that. We're gonna cargo that, I think. %92% chance to hit with a 15% crit chance. Yeah, I'll cargo that. Cool. Okay. Right, what I'm actually going to do is, because I'm getting pretty tired, is I'm going to call it here. And we shall hit Iraq, or whatever it is. Actually, let's get the scan going. Begin scan. Yeah, this isn't Iraq, is it? Santiel's Pride. Right. We need to... I misnumbered that. Oh well, never mind. Doesn't matter. I'm going to save over the top of it. Cool. But yeah, we are going to rescue Santiel's Pride next time, and hopefully Euphrates, whatever it is, the other planets that we need to be saving for the Inquisitor. But I'm glad we've been able to meet up with the Inquisitor and we've not been completely ruined by them. But there we go. I think we've done pretty well today. We made quite a bit of progress. We decided to keep the Orsellios house going using Eldar soulstones to power their psychic abilities. That's probably not a good thing, but it's a thing. Yeah, maybe the rebels were right all along, but Cassia's so sweet and innocent, and it's not her fault, and it would probably kill her to remove it. So, I made a decision. It may not have been a good decision, but I made a decision. So there we go. Story of my life. It's definitely a thing. Yes, that is correct. So, what's happening? I'm not 100% sure what's happening tomorrow, but I think at 1000 hours GMT tomorrow I should be playing some MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, though I may be on my own. I don't know what I'm doing in the evening. I might be playing some Phantom Brigade at 1800 hours GMT, so hopefully catch you at one of those. Until then, I hope everyone watching has had fun. I hope everyone watching in the future has had fun. I appreciate all of you. I've had fun. Please do remember that if you're watching the VOD or watching on YouTube, that your views only count if you come and watch me live. So please do hop on over and come catch me live. And come say hi. It's always nice to meet new people, and I don't bite too often, so, you know, get on over here. Oh, I think Moon Eyes deserves some kind of rank for the left-hand side there. Minister for Propaganda, perhaps. Oh no. Minister for Client Relations. Because when you start... if you have a Minister for Propaganda, you're the bad guy. But yeah. So, I think all the stuff to say is... You've been watching Gaming. My name is Bill. I'm the angry, autistic asshole. Like, comment, subscribe, run around screaming turn notifications on, otherwise I'm just screaming at myself in the dark, and that's just kind of boring and lonely. It's much more fun with more people in the dark screaming, so get on in here and get screaming. I have a PayPal, Throne, Steam wishlist, and Ko-Fi. If you wish to support this mess, that'd be greatly appreciated. And I have a Discord server and Facebook page where I announce what I'm going to be streaming and when, so be sure to keep an eye on them. Links to all those things are in the link that I've just posted in the chat, so do be sure to check them out. And until next time, let's find someone to raid. Who is playing what? Runs around screaming, appreciate it. Who shall we raid? Who shall we raid? Who shall we raid? How about we raid? I don't have enough opportunity to raid Robotic Battle Toaster, but I just saw him. He's playing Starfield. Let's see if we can get a raid going. Yes, let us prepare the raid on the toaster. Robotic Battle Toaster. There we go. So, we do have raid messages, which I'm going to chuck into the chat. If you're not a subscriber, please copy that raid message. If you are a subscriber, please copy that raid message. We're going to throw that in Toaster's chat, crash the party, announce our glorious arrival. You know how it goes. So, let's get the raid going. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, bye-bye.